Hey, Bill. Dylan, how you doing? Well, that's possible. That's possible. Yeah, that's very possible. Yep. Two. There you go. uh, Mojo FPV. Wow, long time I haven't seen you, Dylan. I have all kinds of DJI toys open to show off. Okay, there, Dylan. I sent you an email. If it doesn't work out, let me know. I'll send you another invite. I sent you an invite and an email, so we'll see how it works. You found John. Well, it wouldn't surprise me though, New found drone. Hey, John Coopy, how you doing? Well, our snowstorm already started here. It just started about half an hour ago. We're supposed to get it tonight later on, but we're getting it now. Oh, that's cool there, Joe, FPV. Okay, Dylan. How you been doing there, John Coopy? Hope you're doing fine. Mojo, I'm glad you've been working a lot. Yeah, helps you out. You're starting to get really fast, Mojo. Hey, Alex Mark, how you doing? Nice to see you. I hope everybody can hear me. Oh yeah, I didn't change my microphone. Hold on, I'll change microphones. There we go. I'm doing okay there, TCM drone. Yeah. Doing good, doing good. The snow's coming down like nothing, right? Anything right now. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Alex Mark here. Work. Yeah.
Hello, Roger.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Just waking up.
I get that. I took a little bit of a nap on and off this afternoon. Then I went out, and what I do in the backyard for Mia is I take the big snowblower that's really hard to muscle, but I do, and I make her a racetrack around the backyard.
Yeah.
So she can race around the backyard,
Yeah.
So I got that done.
Yeah, it's a lot of work for Mia, but she loves her racetrack.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does, and she's my girl and well worth it. What day is today? Saturday?
I said it. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
Better take my pill.
Dylan, your Yahoo mail. Or I'll try and send it again, Dylan. Why isn't that working right? Oh.
TCM, hello. Okay, TCM. I look forward to your call. The topic we were gonna talk, I'm sure we're gonna talk about is it's getting worse.
Uh,
John Coopy is in the house.
yeah, I'm trying to send a text to.
A link?
Oh,
I don't have his
his email.
but I think I can go. Is he on Facebook?
No, are you on Facebook, Dylan? I got it. Okay, this is my first time on Zoom. Okay, you're gonna have to upload Zoom. They might ask you to upload Google Chrome.
You know, just keep answering the questions, and it'll do everything for you.
Yeah.
Dylan.
Hey, Tony. Hello from Toronto. Tony from Toronto. Tony, long time no see. Tony's at 6 subscribers, guys. So check out Tony from Toronto. He has 3 videos up. He has 6 subscribers.
Make sure everybody hits the like button for Roger too while you're at it.
Hey, Explicit, how you doing? Yeah, he's on Facebook. Okay, Dylan, just let us know how it works out. Yeah, so my big TV is in my truck.
Are you taking it back?
Oh, hell yeah.
What happened?
I phoned the company this afternoon just to figure out my problem.
Uh-huh.
The guy says you got a burnt modem in it. That's why it's not working right.
Okay.
That's okay. I'll bring it back and
start all over again.
I'm not gonna buy another one like that. That's for sure. I'll get a 55-inch. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I think that TV taught you 2 things. The 69 might have been a little bit too big for what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, it was a 58 inch.
Yeah, what you might want to do too is measure your stand and find out which TV you can buy that's bigger that will fit that stand, and that'll save you another $100.
No, because I know what you're saying, but the stand I got only fits a 45-inch on it. Only.
Oh, okay.
Hey, how's it going, Dylan?
Hey. All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Can you see me?
Yep.
All right. This is my first time using Zoom, so bear with me as I get the last few things set up.
Okay.
Oh, and there we are on YouTube too. All righty.
Yep.
Starship FPV, how you doing? Nice to see you. Now, what you could do, Dylan, can you see the chat?
Yes, I have the chat loaded up on a separate computer alongside me.
Okay.
And I have that one muted so that it doesn't mess with the audio.
Right.
I have earbuds in so there's no echo going on.
Great.
The screen's a little narrower than I tried to set up for because I had some cool stuff set up off the side. But hey, here we go. Thank you for having me on.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Glad to have you on.
Thank you.
Always glad to put a face with a name.
Yeah, isn't it though?
Yeah.
So hi, Paul. So
how you doing, Dylan?
I'm doing fantastic. So I'm in Windsor, California, about 2 hours north of San Francisco. Where are you guys roughly located?
I'm in Port Huron, Michigan. I'm about 60 miles northeast on the border with Canada in Michigan.
Okay.
And Roger's over in Quebec.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on again. I'm not sure where you guys want to go. I've got 3 different DJI Mavics sitting, or different, Mavics sitting behind me. I've got a Crystal Sky. I've got several action cameras. I've got Premiere Pro, After Effects. You guys kind of lead where you want me to go, and I'll just follow along.
Well, Paul's interested in the the Crystal Sky, what kind you had. He asked you this afternoon what kind you had.
Sure.
Do you have the Ultra?
Yes, I have the 7.8 Ultra Bright.
Okay, that's what I have. Well, I have the same one.
I don't know how I got by without this
Oh,
before.
I know.
I have no idea. The only problem was last night I discovered one flaw with it. I was out flying. Ooh, my phone number's on the back of that. I'll be careful. I was out flying with it last night, and it pretty much blinded me, even with the screen all the way down.
Yes, mine set down all the way too.
Yeah, I still needed sunglasses to use, almost like I needed ND filters for my eyes when I was looking at this with the hood. And granted, it attracted a ton of attention when you see this up on a tripod and it's just lighting up, everything behind you.
My only concern about, and I love it, use it every day, every time I fly, but it makes it harder for me to tune in the camera on the drone, because even if it's dark image on the drone, when it gets to the Crystal Sky, it's bright. So it's like,
oh, you mean so seeing what the camera's actually seeing? Do you use a histogram?
Yes.
Okay, because the histogram is imperative. A lot of people get intimidated by it. Like, what am I actually looking at? Well, it's really pretty simple. Basically, keep the peak in the middle.
Yep.
If it's all the way to the left-hand side, it's too dark. All the way to the right-hand side, it's too bright. You want to right in the middle. Now, granted, it's usually easier to keep it a little bit to the dark side, because in post-production, you can kick it up a little bit rather than bring it down from too bright.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If anything, you want your histogram a little bit to the left.
Yep, exactly. Now, do you do commercial flying or just?
I passed my Part 107. Let's see. Well, I registered with ACRA back on November 20th. I had passed my Part 107 2 days prior. I actually just got mine in the mail. Let's see if I have that here. I just got mine in the mail a couple days ago, finally.
Yep. Good for you.
A little reflective here with the light, but whatnot. So I was extremely ecstatic. I've been watching the mailbox for about 2 months. I've been a very active hobbyist. I've been flying RC for about 11 years. Park flyers, ultra micros, mostly from E-Flight, Hobby Zone, and such. I did have an online store for about 2 years where I sold prop saver kits, different rims and tires, batteries you could make yourself. I sold to 55 countries in all 50 states and about 6,000 sales.
Wow.
You'd come to me as the guy if you wanted a bigger battery, or you wanted to stand out with a different color prop, or if you wanted a wood prop for your Super Cub or T-28 Trojan, you could come to me, and I had all of that stuff. So when you went to the park, you were, oh boy, it's that guy with the cool airplane. And then recently, I think about 1.5 years ago, I got my Mavic 2 Pro. Because I've been doing photography for many years as an amateur, but when I found out they have cameras attached to things that fly, I was instantly hooked.
Sure.
I put it on PayPal's Pay Later, I think it's called. So I financed it at 0% interest for 6 months. I think I paid $100 a week and I had it paid off. And now I have the Mavic 2 Pro. I've got the Mavic 2, well, you can't see it so well, the Mavic Zoom and the Enterprise sitting right here behind me.
Yep.
Now, granted, I have more accessories. Let me put this gimbal cover back on, or not. I have more accessories for the Pro than any of the others. As we were talking about earlier, I have more than a couple filters. I also recently, well, not recently, but many months ago, I ordered on Kickstarter the anamorphic lens. So I got this for about $2.99. Now they're retailing for $3.99. Or wait, no, $1.99. $2.99 is the current price. But I haven't had a chance to take it out much because we have rain going on a whole lot. But I'm ecstatic to get the extra wide angle view and the sun flare or lens flares, to be honest. I can't wait. So again, I have more Mavic accessories sitting beside me than I want to tell the wife.
Yeah, I've been flying since 1988.
Ooh, long time.
And my first copter was about 6 feet long, and it was a chainsaw motor.
Oh.
And it had an 8-foot rotor on top. And back then, there wasn't any GPS. There wasn't any assistance. You flew by the seat of your pants on a Futaba radio, and that's about where I started. moved my way through Wakira, through Align. I like the big copters, the big Aligns. Then went into DJI, and I've been there ever since. So.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I started now not back as long ago as you did, but they were still before gyros. It was there. The Super Cub basically had that little downward sensor to help level you back out.
Yeah.
That was the extent of it. So to me, that was a great way to learn, though. These days, you get all these gyros, especially with these DJIs. If you get in trouble, you just let go of the controls.
Yeah.
And that's great. I like that. But it doesn't really teach you when you get into trouble what to do. So a lot of times we'd go out to the flying field and we would mess with each other and call dead stick, and you'd have to turn it off. And whoever could get it to land as close to your feet as possible without crashing into yourself would win. Or if you're too far back, you'd lose completely. And that would teach us fail safes. The motor died, the battery died. We'd also do like a limbo where you had to fly under stuff, or a balloon tethered to some ribbon, pop the balloon with your prop. All those were fantastic, and they were great, a learning experience, which makes it now when I pick up one of these Mavics, it makes life so much easier to fly. If I get into trouble, I almost never panic because for one, even if the telemetry goes down, I can still fly it because we have to stay within line of sight as commercial pilots. It's so much easier. I was just out.
You put strobes on yours?
The Mavic, the Enterprise has a strobe that can be used with it. I haven't done the leap to get the Loon Cube strobes yet. I really want to. It's just I spent after I got my Part 107, I bought the Crystal Sky, the Zoom, the Enterprise, extra batteries, extra cables, extra batteries for the Crystal Sky, and so I'm about 10 grand deep in the last 2 months. So I haven't made the extra $50 to buy the Loon
Well, there's
Cube
always
yet.
something more to buy, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's like fishing. Hi, Eric.
Eric Bowman, how you doing? Nice to see you. I just supported your channel and I gave you a wrench. We got 3 rules in here, my friend. No politics, no foul language, and no racist remarks.
Eric is a friend of mine, just to make it let you guys know.
Okay.
Well, I went through a transition period there, Dylan, where like you, I was buying up all the different DJI products. I had the Enterprise, I had the Enterprise Duo, I had the Inspire 1, the Inspire 1 Pro, the Inspire 2, and I found that when I got into and I had the Mavic Pro, the Mavic 2, Zoom, and I found that my go-to copter now is I grabbed the Mavic 2 Zoom, and the other ones were all sitting. So I slowly broke my heart because I look at my drones like they're family, but I passed them on to other people, and it's hard to do. It's hard to let go, but.
Hello, Kim FPV. So forgive me as I'm still new to this live chat thing. This is only about the 4th time I've been on. I've done 3, I think, on my own channel. So forgive me all as I'm doing my best to monitor this screen and the laptop at the same time. It's nothing personal if I miss anything.
No, that's okay.
You'll get used to it. Moyenne, Mani Ancienne, bonsoir. Comment ça va? J'espère que ça va très bien. Bienvenue à la Canal Arau.
Yeah, Dylan, I don't know what the hell he said either. You're all right.
That's okay, yeah.
He's from Paris, France, so just saying hi to him.
Yeah.
We're having a storm right now, so.
We figured that, Roger, but we didn't know exactly what you were saying. But
okay.
We figured you were corresponding with a French person in France.
Whoa, what's that?
That is outside Rogers on his Roger cam outdoors.
Ooh, Nelly.
Yeah, we're gonna get it pretty good tonight.
So I have the Enterprise Dual. You mentioned that also.
Yeah.
I primarily only fly it, let's say, commercially. I was out a couple days ago and used it to scan some solar panel array, and sure enough, I found an entire panel that wasn't generating any power.
There you go.
So that's going to be my first market. I've been in construction for about 20 years. I really want to stay in the construction trades, but I don't want to be that crippled contractor that, my back is fused and my knees are blown out. So I feel like with the drones, I can stay in the industry because I have no desire to do real estate, none at all.
Yeah.
I can stay in the industry, but I don't have to pick up anything heavier than the battery packs.
Right.
That's a good way to look at it.
Mhm. Yeah, I do have some background. I'm not licensed thermographer, but I have a background in thermography. I had a handheld camera for many years. And then when this came, the Dual came out, it was kind of a no-brainer for me. I can stay in the construction trades and utilize my background of thermography again.
Yeah.
And I love to, now we're out in California near Sonoma County, and I'm sure you guys have all heard that we're like the fire capital. Well, I was the fire capital of the world until Australia started burning.
Right.
But we've had to evacuate several times. The next county up is Lake County. I can't even imagine. I think we're at like 60 or 75% of the county is burned in the last 3 years.
Oh, wow.
That is unreal. So having the Mavic, I want to get into first responder also, so I can help go look for hot spots, go missing people or missing animals. Not necessarily go fight the fire, because that's not what I'm trained in, but I want to be able to help out while I'm still here. Now, with that said, I am going to be moving to the East Coast in a few months, so that won't really be a thing out here, but maybe over there I can find something similar to do.
Oh, that's a good idea. Good idea for sure. But you're not going to be doing any real estate flying or anything?
I don't. I have a friend that's already in real estate, and he does a really good job. For one, even though he's given me his blessing to do so, I don't want to even go there, if you will. Also, it just doesn't really. I don't really have a desire to go there. My desire is more to stay in the trades and utilize the knowledge that I've accumulated over these last 20 years. I mean, why not, right? And not have to worry about jeopardizing a friendship in any way, shape, or form.
True.
Yeah, my first thermal imaging camera was the FLIR that was on the Inspire series, and I used to do like you're talking about, search and rescue stuff. But what I have found now is in my area, I don't want to travel all over, but in my area, I used to get a lot of calls from the counties surrounding Detroit to come down and help, and I'm retired. But those calls started getting less and less and less because they were buying their own equipment.
Yeah.
So that's when I sold my big thermal imaging camera that used to hang on the Inspire, because I paid like about $8,500 when I bought it, and all I could get when I sold it was about $4,500 3 months later. So
Ouch.
I learned a lesson there.
Well, some lessons are learned the hard way, but a lesson learned is still a good lesson, no matter what.
Yep. But that's the Duo right here along the St. Clair River, which I shoot chips from.
Okay, so you're able to do an MSX layover?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. That's very handy when you can switch between the two. I had the homeowner standing out in the driveway with me because he wanted to take a look. And when I was there, where are we? I just switched to RGB camera so he could see, oh, we're right there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was like I say, I'm glad I had it for a few months and played with it. But it was just sitting because I didn't have a call for it. I'm a 107 pilot. I'm on my second 2-year license, but I'm an old guy, bad knees, bad back, and I've had a lot of guys try to hire me, and I said no.
So what? Excuse me. What industries are you marketing towards now?
Me?
Are you just retired? Period to fly for fun.
I'm just a retired having fun.
Okay, all right.
But I keep the 107 because I'm a firm believer that you should have everything you should have. You know.
Yeah, that's the next step I want to get into is thermography license. Not going to be cheap though.
No.
But again, you can't have too many certifications. You can't know too much. Knowledge is power, as long as it's used the right way.
Yep.
TCM Drone is asking which part of the East Coast, Dylan?
I'm on the West Coast. Oh, I'm going to be moving to North Carolina, Chapel Hill possibly, or that area.
Still a little warmer than we are, Roger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little. That's one of the criteria that the family's searching for is we don't want to go any more north in latitude than we already are. But it's going to be interesting because I'm a Sonoma County native. I'm 43. I've lived here my entire life. I'd never be homeless. I'll always have work with all the resources and I have and all the people I know. So it's going to be interesting, uprooting everything and trying anew. But at the same time, it might be even better out there than it is out here. I don't know. One way to find out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Confidence is everything. So in the meantime, I'm going to do my absolute best to build my portfolio. A lot of what I do right now is I do videos about camping. I love to go out in the outdoors. I explore a lot of the Mendocino National Forest, and while I'm out there, I bring my little Osmo Action, I bring a Hero 4, a GoPro Session, and then usually 2 of the 3 drones, and I document absolutely everything. I come back, I give you a general description of the campground, a flyover, and I've had a great time doing it. It gives me a little bit more reason to get up in the morning and go out and have fun. Granted, our snow is not quite as extensive as your guys's, but it's still low enough right now that it's a little bit of a challenge to get out and play.
Right.
Hadley's Famous, how you doing this evening? Swift Fox, I feel old as it's only one day after my birthday. So what's going on, you guys? Hey, Swift Fox, happy birthday.
Yeah, what you'll find here, Dylan, at Canadian Drone Hub is it's kind of a meeting place.
Okay.
And we can talk drone stuff, we can talk tech, we can talk a lot of things, or just drone people have a different lifestyle. We even talk about the lifestyles, you know?
Well, we had talked earlier about maybe talking about some of the filters, but again, I'm game for whatever you guys want to talk about. I don't want to run your show, but I want to be a part of it.
Yeah, no problem. So the filters you're using is for all of your drones of it, for sure.
I only currently have, one second here. I only have an abundance of so these are all Polar Pro filters. Open up the case. I have ND filters and polarized filters. The only complaint, these are all from Polar Pro again. My only complaint with this little case is when I'm out in the woods and I have a Polar Pro backpack that fits the DSLR and a drone and several batteries and all of the filters, cleaning kit, dust gets in here incredibly easily.
Yes.
So I'm going to have to find a better solution. I'm not a big fan of Ziploc bags as the edges tear after a while. So I'm gonna have to find something different. My favorite, if I was to say, would be if I was to buy one ND filter from Polar Pro, and unfortunately they only make it for the Pro, they don't make it for the Zoom, is the CP. It's not dark enough you can use it in the twilight hours and still not interfere with the footage too much. Whereas a lot of the other ones are just too dark. Now, when I start getting I went to the beach, I don't know, I think it's about a year ago, and it happened to not be windy at all. We threw on the ND64, and I was able to take a 2-second exposure of the waves. It turned out fantastic. It was awesome. So having the diversity and the flexibility with these filters is phenomenal. Also, your depth of field because you can change your f-stop, your aperture with the Pro. That's great. But sometimes on a super bright day in a very, let's say like a concrete area or near the sand where it's a lot of reflective light, you can choke that f-stop all the way down, and sometimes it's not enough. And then you'll find yourself changing the shutter speed. Well, as I'm sure both know, you want your shutter speed to be double your frame rate.
Right.
If you don't have that, you're going to start getting really weird effects with your footage. So if your other option would be to go to like a higher frame rate and then double your shutter speed from that. That'll reduce the brightness a little bit. But then what if you're trying to shoot yourself? You want 24 frames a second so you get the motion blur.
Right.
And if you shoot in 60 and then reduce it to 30, it's still not 24. It's not going to be right. So if you can throw on a filter, you can keep the f-stop you want, the shutter speed you want or need, and your footage is going to turn a lot better off than anything else. Now, you can go with simple. So I bought my brother for his Zoom. I bought him an ND8 just because he's not really big on filming. He takes his drone out once in a while and goes and films and whatnot. It's kind of a general, like just a pair of sunglasses. It's not all that dark. But I also went ahead and purchased the PL, dropping it, throwing it across the room, which are polarized. So you can see the little ring.
Yep.
The nice part about the polarized is sometimes I go to lakes and I want to document my fishing expeditions. Now, you can also, with the Polar Pros, you can rotate the exterior of the lens to say darken the sky and lighten the landscape? Or what if you want vice versa? What if you want the other way around? Now you can't just flip the lens over because they only go on one way, but you can tune it by simply turning a little ring. And I'm not sure how good this camera really shows. There is an indicator mark somewhere on here. So depending on what you're shooting, it's nice to be able to have the flexibility. It's not all that hard to figure out what you want. The main thing is to remember you want your shutter speed to be double your frame rate. From there, watch your histogram. You don't want it too far left. You don't want it too far right. You want it somewhere in the middle. And if you're not finding you're getting that, rather than change your shutter speed, you don't have to have a dozen of these like I have at $40 each. Buy one or two. Buy the ND8, maybe the ND16, or buy the PL version if you're out near water a whole lot to reduce the glare.
The Saigon sent me a bunch of 4 filters for the Spark. I never flew Spark with filters on it. We're going to try that for the fun of it there. I'm going to try with the filters on.
Filters are fantastic. They are, they're a little pricey, but they're less than the Lume Cube strobe. If you buy just one, the thing I find, if I may, I'm not a huge fan of waste. When you order one, they send you the case that holds 6. So that's kind of lame. And if you were to order a second one, you'd have a second case. So that's kind of wasteful, in my opinion. It'd be nice if they had some sort of option. I already have the case, just send me the filter, or had a smaller case for those that aren't looking for the entire cinema package, or those that just want 1 or 2 filters. Again, if I had to buy, if I have a Mavic 2 Pro and I had to buy 1 filter, I'd buy the CP. If I had a zoom or wasn't really looking for a polarized filter, I would go with an ND8, and that will get you by quite a bit. Next would be the 16. It'd be kind of handy, but anything further, you're starting to get into the, I don't want to say the pro level, but you're getting much higher up in the towards the pro level.
Yeah. So have you been flying lately?
I try as much as I can. We've had rain the last couple of days, so it's been a little tough. And as we all know, they're not exactly waterproof. The last flight I did was over that gentleman's house to check the photovoltaic panels. And that was my first time now with my commercial license entering in my Part 107 into Kitty Hawk and requesting a flight using my Part 107 because I'm like 4.5 miles from Class D airspace. So pretty much anywhere I fly here in town, I have to get clearance.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I live in the country.
If it were up to me, I'd live outside in the sticks a little bit more too. But even out here, no matter where you go, we've pretty much got airports everywhere. Even north of us, we've got a Healdsburg Airport, and their runways they're in almost touch this airspace. And then you start going down south, we get into San Francisco, and they pretty much just cover the whole map.
Okay.
Because that's Class B airspace, and as you know, that footprint is huge.
So you have
Fort Clinton, hello.
so whereabouts do you go flying really? I mean, like which part you like flying the I haven't checked out your channel lately. Well, I haven't checked out your channel period about your videos yet. So
pretty much 99% of my videos on my YouTube channel are out in the Mendocino National Forest. I'm going to go out and if I find something I really like, I'm going to film every bit of it. I'll usually come home with about 200 gigs worth of footage from 4K from my Osmo Action. Both of the GoPros are only going to shoot in regular HD, but they're going to be rolling the entire time. Everything I shoot on any one of my drones is all in 4K. I don't bother with HD. I like in post to be able to zoom in and out and to have the highest quality footage possible. So it's always in 4K. And generally speaking, with my Osmo, when it's on the front of the car, I will shoot in 60 frames per second because I might want to slow it down. If something like a deer or a bobcat or a bear runs in front of my camera, I want to be able to slow it down. And I'm not necessarily looking for the motion blur like I am with a personal footage.
yeah, but when you do it 4K, you still, if you put it up on YouTube, you still got to render it to what is it, 720 or 10? Yeah.
I render most of my stuff to just basic HD to make it upload faster. A lot of people they like the quality of 4K, but they not everybody has high-speed internet, or they're in a house where they've got kids and there's going to be a lot of buffering. They're going to tune out. And as I'm sure both of you are aware, as somebody drops out halfway through your video, YouTube notices that, and they don't like that. So yeah, I render. I'll render two types, if you will. One for myself in 4K, because I can always change it later. But then I'm also going to render one in HD, and that's going to be the one I upload. And I also do upload to Hideout TV. I get a lot more views on Hideout TV, but I don't get any real comments. And I've only been on there for about 3 weeks.
Okay. Coast to Coast Drones, I just subbed, but oh no, Premiere Pro.
Yep, that's me. I use Premiere Pro, After Effects, the entire Adobe suite. So I do use After Effects, Premiere Pro, Lightroom, Photoshop. Those are my primary tools. So I did just do a live stream a couple days ago. I edited a film, or I just went live and then made a video while I was live, so people could watch me do the keyboard shortcuts and how do I chop things up, laying music in there. I have a subscription to Epidemic Sound, so I'm able to put music on there without fear of copyright problems. So that might be the comment there of, oh no, Premiere Pro. That's just what I happen to use. My wife is a student, so I'm able to get the whole suite for next to nothing. So it's, for me, it's a good deal.
Nice. For sure.
Hey,
sure.
Dylan, what you might want to do is say hello in the chat if you can, so that those people that can go and sub you on your channel.
I've been very slowly. If you see me looking off to the side, it's because I am going and checking out people's channels. I'm trying to stay focused here, but I am going on and making sure to subscribe so I can remember to come back and see them all later.
Yeah, just type your name in the chat so everybody knows who you are.
Just say hello and it'll come up with
Okay,
your
gotcha,
name.
not a problem.
Hey, what's blind? How you doing? Nice to see you. Coast to Coast Drones, broke necks.
Hey, Bill, how you doing, coast to coast?
Yeah, broke neck says I strictly upload 4K or 2.7K because if you don't, you get the bad YouTube codec. Okay. Quicksilver's in the house. How you doing? Port Clinton Duck, the Swift Fox, Junk Pick, Hadley's Famous. Glad to see everybody. Furball Kim's in the house. He graced us with his presence. Hey, dude. Starship FPV, nice to see you. Everybody, check out everybody. Alex Marks, he's from Greece. How you doing? It's 2 a.m., 2:10 a.m. in the morning there.
We're all over the world at this point. Greece,
Oh, yeah.
Canada, where else are we? What other countries we got going on here? You got 18 people watching?
Yeah, we got France. We got France. We have we've got Bill from Newfoundland. Explicit FPV. Alex from Greece.
Coast to coast, he's out west, right? Out west coast?
Yeah.
What part of the West Coast? Because I'm out in California, like I said, near San Francisco.
I'm not really sure where Bill is, but I thought he was in California, or is he up in Seattle area? I don't. Bill?
Yeah, I think he's.
He said he was leaving.
Uh-oh.
He's from Alaska.
Coast to coast is in Alaska.
Alaska would be a good place. I'd highly recommend having filters for all the bright reflective snow. Now, not necessarily in the summertime, but in the wintertime, I would absolutely want some ND.
Yeah, well, their winter's been pretty soft this year. I mean, we're getting more snow than they are.
Oh, really? That's
But they're getting the cold weather too.
Well, Roger, when you got up this morning, what was the temperature?
It was minus 26, but the other day was minus 35.
And that's Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Yeah. So we had some minus 32 Celsius. It was pretty cold this week.
I have to reach to touch this other computer.
Well. Hey,
Look at Mr. Donardo is back in the house.
if it ain't the bandit, how you doing?
Dylan, that's the guy that got my Enterprise.
Hello.
Oh, is that what got you on the channel? To buy your way in, like I had to do? I wasn't supposed to say that, was I?
No, John's a regular. He has Donardo Auto Sales, a premier auto sales and service department in Massachusetts that is top notch.
Well, hello. I do have automotive background, but I got sick of the grease under the fingernails. The ladies don't care for that.
Yeah, actually, I got more dates when I was dressed in my uniform and dirty than going up. That's just
girls
how it
like
is.
the guy in a uniform, so.
Yeah, I've been extremely busy at work. I sold 3 cars today. Well, 2 for sure. So we'll see.
All right, congratulations.
2 and 1 on the hook. Huh?
Yeah, and it's been snowing like a son of a gun, so I got to go out plowing in about an hour again. So.
Okay.
The boss has to do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just started snowing here.
Oh yeah. I was watching a thing on TV in between customers coming in today. I had my cable on at the shop, and they were showing a dog. They opened the door, and the snow was so deep at some place in Canada today.
Yeah.
The snow was up. You know, they cleared a little path, and the dog couldn't get out of the house because there was so much snow.
Yeah.
Like 38 inches or 42 inches in 24 hours.
Nova Scotia, state of emergency. There, I've been buried by snowstorms.
Oh my God!
And
we're getting one now, but it's not that bad. We'll be like 8 inches.
In lots of places. 60 inches of snow. That's a lot.
That's a
Did
lot.
you say 60? 60?
Yeah.
Woo!
And so
They
No
get
wonder you
that-
need a snowblower.
hurricane force winds on top of that.
They
Yeah,
get that stuff in like one storm. It's amazing.
Wow.
And then Rote Next says he's supposed to get a couple of feet of snow tomorrow.
Hey, Dylan, TCM Drones is in South Carolina.
Oh, I did notice that. Yeah, okay.
His name is Tim. He's a great guy.
Good. Well, when I get down in there, hopefully I'm still live on this channel. You'll welcome me to the neighborhood and we can have go out and fly together or something. I'm going to be looking for new friends because I know no one out there.
So you'll have to fill me in. You must have bought a drone from Paul Murray.
No.
Me? No.
Something. You guys said he bought his way in or something like that. When
Oh, that was me keeping the small chat going.
I see.
Now, if he was one of the eBay sellers, maybe I possibly did because I did buy an Enterprise and he said he sold one prior. Oh, wait, that was to you though, huh?
That
Yeah.
was.
Oh,
Sold
okay.
the
so-
Enterprise to him, and I don't know. I sold the Enterprise Duo on eBay, but I don't know who it went to. But they were.
That's the one I really wanted was the Duo, but no biggie. I can always
Yeah.
get the camera changed if I wanted to.
Yeah, that's the one I have, and so far loving it. I already have a Zoom, so I didn't see any reason to get that camera attachment on the.
Yeah,
Enterprise.
see, I didn't have the Zoom. I have the regular,
Okay.
Meta 2 Pro. So
Personally, I wish that there were more of like, so when you're flying the Enterprise, one of the things I absolutely love about it is it notifies me there's an aircraft nearby.
Yeah.
I really wish that that was integrated into the Mavic Pro and the Zoom. Now I'm flying line of sight and I have a visual observer at all times, but sometimes you don't, we're talking, you can't hear the aircraft or they're high up. It's just really nice to get a notification pop up on the screen, warning, aircraft nearby. I can lower my altitude real quick and be down in the tree level, and there's never, well, God forbid, there's going to be your chances of being near that aircraft are minimized, and that's fantastic. With all this stuff, now from what I understand up in Canada, you guys have a whole lot of restrictions, which I don't know a whole lot about, but we've got some, I think about 40 more days to reply to the FAA's new rules about proposed for us down here in the United States. I'm all for law enforcement knowing my location. I'm all for other aircraft knowing my location. The NTSB air traffic controllers. I'm all for it, 100%. It's just the general public. I don't want them pulling up an app and knowing where I'm standing, who I am, my phone number, and how to come find me. Because there's a lot of misperceptions out there about us as drone pilots that we're spying on you. Well, No, I'm photographing the neighbor's house. I'm flying over your house, but by the way, you don't own that airspace. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to shoot you down. Well, according to the FAA, if you do that and you shoot down my commercial drone, it's akin to shooting down a 747. So you're going to go to jail. So don't do that. So with all this huff that the public has and this almighty stance of I'm going to shoot down the drones, I wish it were easier for the police departments to know where I'm standing
Well,
and come talk to me, but
sadly,
not the public.
sadly, Dylan, you're moving into a much more an area that maybe you're going to get some good old boys that still think that they can just do whatever the hell they want.
It's going to be a bit of a reality check for us both because I do know the laws, the rules, the regulations. I spend hours. Sometimes since I got my Part 107, I feel like I'm an attorney now with all the research I have to do with not just the Part 107 stuff of landing patterns and cloud formations, talk to aircraft and work with Lance and all this and that. There's so much more. It's like, privacy, peeping Tom laws, airspace. There's so much to know. So I thank you for the warning. I'm going to look out for that, but just know that be ready for a verbal battle because I know my rights.
I know a lot of guys are really against it, though. That's for sure.
Against the new rules, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people are saying that they're feeling like it's Jeff Bezos and all these other big box or the online stores that are going to get the best deal out of this. It's not the general public, and they're telling us these things that you're going to be able to fly beyond line of sight. You'll be able to fly at night without a waiver and fly over crowds of people to distract us from all the other stuff that they're going to require. As I said in the beginning, I started flying with Ultra Micros, and they have a wingspan of 12 inches. And in one case, it was a 3D foam profile airplane. How am I going to put a transponder on that? I can't, which means it's now obsolete, and it's basically it's wall art. So if that passes, all these people with all these different aircraft, they're grounded. From what I understand, also a lot of the FM and older frequencies, because they won't have the sidebands, gonna have to shelf it, and that's a real bummer to me. I think that there's a real market, and a lot of people have a good time with those little tiny micro helicopters, and some of them they may be small. There was one called the MCP-X back when I was flying actively the smaller aircraft that would fly inverted, and it was only about 8 inches long, but it was so fast and agile you wouldn't want to fly it inside. You would break a vase, you would hit the dog, you'd hit yourself. And that's where you'd be confined to is indoors. So I'm not for it. I do plan to write the FAA and give them not a piece of my mind and good old boy, take it from my cold dead hands. No, I'm not going there. But no, I think that there are ways that we can all make this happen. I think that there are ways that Amazon can deliver their packages, Pizza Hut and Starbucks can deliver their coffee, while us as pilots can still maintain having a good time. The other thing I'm learning is that so hypothetically, you have one of these older aircraft, you can fly at an FAA approved flying site. Well, that's great. I don't know any within whatever distance. I don't know of any around here by me. And secondarily, they're going to start denying approval for new ones in a year and a half after implementation of this new proposed law. So basically, they're just going to slowly kind of cut us out. Oh, but you get to fly beyond line of sight. Oh, you get to fly at night and over people. That's not enough for me. I'm sorry. I feel like a lot of these also, these other mom and pop shops that make these, foam airplanes that have their laser cutters and whatnot, they're going to go away. And that's just going to make all these big online stores even more business. And to me, that's the worst thing we could possibly do. And I'm not a true historian, but a lot of what I've learned from back in like World War II, part of the reason we did so well is because we knew how to make our own stuff. China didn't make everything for us. We made it. And so if something were to happen, God forbid, I'm a little scared, to be honest.
Well, one of the things that I am going to comment on is in the commercial side is, I think if you're going to make us act like commercial pilots to 100%, which is fine, I have no problem with that, then give us the right to have a headset on and a radio on our side, announce our intentions of takeoff, and be able to talk to aircraft that are impinging on us just to listen to them and if we have to react just like a normal aircraft would.
Yes.
Either we are an aircraft or we're not an aircraft.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. 100%. I have no problem buying. Now, this is just an FRS radio,
Yeah.
but I have no problem buying one that's going to communicate on. I'm not sure. I get UHF. I'm not sure what
UHF.
frequencies.
Yeah.
So UHF, and then buying a headset. If that's what it takes to stay in the commercial business,
Yep.
I don't see that as a big expense. I think that if you're going to be a commercial pilot, you've already spent the money on, $2,000 on a drone, $3,000, $4,000, $10,000, or a Matrice at $25,000.
Yes.
Buying a headset is next to
Yeah.
nothing. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. My biggest, and again, having the enterprise tell me who someone's nearby, that's fantastic. I'm all for it. I just registered today because I got my card just a couple days ago. I went on the DJI apps and I registered my Part 107 number on them, on all of these. So on the sideband, now you know who I am. Now, granted, I can't put my name and address because it only limits you to 10 characters, but my FAA certification, I forget the exact terminology, is my number's on there. I have nothing to hide because I'm going to register my flights.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay within the boundaries because I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the one that takes off from a parking structure, loses GPS signal and lands next to a Las Vegas airport, doesn't reply to the FAA, and then wonders why they get a $20,000 fine.
I read that article.
Yeah, good publicity, not bad publicity. There needs to be more of the good publicity out there. So when someone comes up to me and asks me a question, I don't drive them away. I'm going to give them a smile, and I'm going to, even if they're angry, I'm going to do my absolute best to calm them down. And hey, take a look. You want to see the screen? Come on over. Let's take a look. Do you know anything about drones? Let's talk. Have you ever seen this or that? Or, hey, check this out. So the other thing I love to do is borrow my brother's FPV goggles. Since I spent so much money on all this other stuff, I haven't bought them yet. I'd love to put the DJI FPV goggles on and do head tracking. So I'm tethering the goggles to the drone gimbal. So someone looks left, the camera looks left. You look right, the camera looks right, down, and any combination thereof. And you should see people's faces like, oh my gosh, when you go flying over just above the treetops at 30 miles an hour, there just blows their mind. And they go instantly from to, oh my God, this is awesome. Now I understand why you like doing this. Yep, that's right. But I also like doing it because I like remembering my trips. I like remembering where I was, what I did when I was there. So I come back with so much footage that since I got my Mavic 2 alone, I've got through 5 terabytes of footage because I don't delete anything.
Yeah, I just think that if they gave us the right to have UHF radios, it would do a lot towards safety, especially for commercial pilots. We can hear what's going on while we're doing our thing, you know?
Yeah, they already make us in the Part 107. They make us understand how to look for the different frequencies.
Yep.
They already make us understand the landing patterns, the takeoff patterns.
Yep.
They already make us look for the airspace and how, all that stuff. Is it a towered airport? Is it a lighted airport?
Right.
So your point is, I 100% agree. And again, I'm all for the sideband where law enforcement can find it, just like with a car license plate.
Right.
If you cut somebody off or you cause an accident, someone could jot down your license plate, give it to law enforcement. They can come find you because you're in the wrong and you did something bad. So the same with the registration number. Give me a registration number like a license plate. Now, the general public can't just go look up on Google and find out, oh, that's John's Q Public. He lives at 123, whatever, no name street. Let's go get him.
Yeah.
No. Okay, well, here's his drone registration number. So then they can look us up and they can come talk to us. And did you have approval to fly there? The guy was concerned that you're filming his wife sunbathing in the backyard. Well, here's the footage I'd be glad to show you to prove that I wasn't. I'm all for all of that stuff. It's all of it's the general public flying within an FAA approved flying field with my Ultra Micro that I don't even know where they exist.
Well, give me a sec, guys. Nabi FPV, how you doing? How you doing? Wiki RC, Wiki from England.
Builder.
Line. Builder 710, how you doing? Phantom Hodges, roads are such a mess here, no plows yet. You're getting the storm too there, Phantom Hodges, yeah? Two stroke me, good day, good day.
Yeah, Was Blind and Wakey agree with the idea that we should be able to use radios.
Two stroke me FPV's asking if that's a real beard.
Who, mine? Yeah, actually it is. I color it because otherwise it would be a salt and pepper color anyway. And I love to see a pretty girl smile. So what can I
There you
say?
go.
I'm a sucker.
I thought they were talking to John Donato.
Yeah, no, I knew they were talking about his. They're always picking on my beard, so.
Yeah.
Who's the studios come in, so I'm growing it in so it don't look like it's such like the guy from
Pusa.
yeah the
That's his
video
brother.
there
Yeah.
More money.
Okay.
Those blockheads on there with that perfect beard and the cigar in his mouth. I used to smoke cigars. I haven't smoked cigars now in a week, so I'm pretty.
Atta boy.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So what kind of joints are you smoking? I mean, what are you smoking?
Well, I'm out here in California, so it's all legal.
Did you see that it was announced somebody has applied in Seattle to have permission to drone deliver marijuana?
Yeah, I saw that in a. We were just talking about that in Drone U online. I was shocked because the guy's like, "Well, what happens if it accidentally falls in a backyard and a kid finds it?" Which is a very valid point because we're allowed to have it out here, but kids aren't allowed to be anywhere near it.
No.
Yeah, Phantom Hodges. It's coming down here pretty hard too. I'll show you my camera outdoors. Well, now I think John Donato's got the same weather as we do.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, ours started after supper tonight, so it was supposed to start later, but start early. So my big screen TV is in the back of my truck now. I'm
outside in the cold.
Back of your truck.
I got to bring it back tomorrow.
Why? I've been away too long, obviously.
No, I was. My screen was screwing up on me every time I was looking at a movie.
He was getting the bottom half was wavy.
No, the top half was. It was
the top half.
Yeah. So I phoned the guy up, and he says it's the modem that's in the TV. It's screwed up.
Oh.
I said, okay, that's good. I'll bring it back. I'll get another TV. That's all.
That was the new one you just got?
Yeah.
Yep.
Never fails.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna bring it, dump it there, and take another one. We have
got a scanner going. Speaking of aircraft radios.
Oh.
No, it was something on my phone, but you can't really see the snow falling in this camera. But normally the cars are parked there.
Yeah, John's got cameras on his lot.
There's only like 3 inches of snow right now.
Carpenter got a foot of snow now, and it's freezing rain right now.
Well, that's the problem. Now they think it's going to change to freezing rain here, so now I'm going to delay my plowing a little bit because I'd rather have the snow fall on top of the ice fall on top of the snow than get it to bare pavement, and then I'll have to salt.
Looks like a porcupine attacks Roger. What the hell?
Oh, with your beard scruffy. See, all the cars are moved out of the parking lot, so it's just a big white mess.
Well,
you got a nice big plow truck.
Yep. That's sitting in the shop here just waiting. I got the plow opened up to the 12-foot. It's just sitting there waiting.
Yeah, there's his plow truck.
Doesn't look so big sitting in the garage looking from up top. But
you keep your lights on all the time?
No, that's what that is all the night vision cameras inside, the registry and everything.
All pointed down in one spot.
Yeah, it lights up the entire shop. The shop looks like it's lit up at night when you look in the cameras because of all the infrared stuff that's in there.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm glad. Well, Carpenter Rick, did you get home or are you still stuck? I think you were on your way home yesterday. You couldn't get home or something. Michael Banny, how you doing? Sorry, Michael, I didn't see you.
I didn't see him come in.
I didn't see him either.
He just said Michael Banny's be right back.
Yeah, he's in there, but he's not in there. I'll say hi to him anyways. Maybe he'll see it. Thanks. That's that XLS plow with the wings on the side that come out and make a box. It's good for parking lots.
So Paul, can I go back to that the new proposed stuff? Do you have any more opinions I haven't already discussed, or would you like to challenge some of my opinions? I'd be curious about others' input.
No, I'm like you, being as I'm a 107 commercial pilot. I think it's important to keep the yahoos out of the air.
Mhm.
You know, the guys that go out to Best Buy, buy one, and all of a sudden they don't care about the rules. They don't know what the rules are because it's not good for all of us.
Mhm.
But
I think they should have set that up more like ham radio stuff. Like, I'm a ham radio operator. You can't just go and buy a ham radio. At least you never really could. Now you can kind of buy stuff off eBay, but if they're a legitimate ham radio place, they will not sell it to you unless you give them your call letters. So that, you know, because I can transmit on, in an emergency, any frequency, including the airport, the fire department, military. There's a couple of Mars places, stations that I can transmit on, you know, especially in emergency situations. So you can't just let them radios out to anyone. But the bad part about that is, like, if you use your ham radio call, like if I was typing in here, you can type it into Google, you can find out everything about me.
Yep.
Address, age, you know, birth.
What's your opinion on that? Because
I don't like that part of it, and I don't want them to do that with our, you know,
drones.
Right. I'm not 107 certified yet because I just keep waiting, because they keep changing the rules so much, and the test is going to change again and again and again. And now that I just got another notification that they're changing, even for the hobbyists, the test should be out, because they're going to make you take a test starting this year.
Yeah, in March, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's granted, it's going to be an online test, so it should be fairly easy.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. But I'm all set up to be a 107 pilot, even with the FAA. I have a business already logged in and everything. That's all I'd have to do is register my drones over there. Yeah, and take the test. But I'm getting a little rusty again now, so I have all the refresher courses, so it's not an issue. It's just, I'm just waiting because, you know, I want to see what happens with
just because you are, John. John doesn't jump at anything.
Well, plus what they're saying in these rules that are coming up, it's even a 107 pilot's going to have a hard. I know you said you know all your rights and all that. Those are all changing.
Yeah,
if you read in depth what they propose.
But here's the key, John, and I still say get it before the changes happen.
Absolutely.
Because once they give you a 2-year license, they cannot revoke it unless you really screw up.
Absolutely, they can. They can change when they change the law.
They can just like our and all that does is mandate that you have to follow the new rules, but you will still be a 107 licensed pilot because
until the end of that license.
They already took that request to court.
Right. But it's only for that whatever's left on your 107 license, because when they changed it. But you have to follow the new laws that are coming out, which I know he's probably been reading a lot of them, and I've been reading a lot of them. It took me 3 days to read one of the proposed, because of the way, if you go in depth in it, you have to be a lawyer to read the damn thing. So then you got to go back, and if you're not real savvy with some of these things, you got to look up that chapter and verse and everything else. And they're making it seems like, where it's going to be almost impossible to even fly until they implement these new systems that are going to tell everyone where they are, but they're not going to be overlapping. There's going to be a gap in there. Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen in the next, say, 5 months.
They got to be careful though, because is Amazon going to get into real estate photography?
Well, that's the other thing. Amazon will be able to do whatever they want because they have the lobbyists and the money to do it. Yeah. And that's what's going to happen to our hobby part. It's going to go to the Domino's, the Amazons, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They're going to be using all that airspace that we wanted to use, even though they're not going to use it except for landing. Mm-hmm. But they're going to qualify that as, well, now we can't fly in that zone either. So now you have to be out in this zone, this area here, and that's it. So I want to see what really happens.
Hence why I was stating that it's time for us all to chime in, but have a unique letter written to the FAA Nothing that says "pry it out of my cold dead hands."
I know. Yeah, you got to be more civil, but
Something more civil and something more than 3 or 4 sentences. But the more people that chime in, the more they have to read, the more they have to go over. And if we get enough people to actually write in, we can actually prove, or tell, proof isn't the right word, find out how much of this is actually is big money behind it. If we all, there's what, 1.5 million registered drone owners. If even a half of those chime in and they still go through with this, then it might show that, yeah, look, the government has been bought out by Jeff Bezos.
Well, pretty much has. Let me see. Have you gone to the website yet or recently, I should say?
Not to comment yet, because I'm trying to get the help from the wife, who's a better writer
let's
than
see.
I am.
There was only, the last time I looked, there was only like 900 comments. So I haven't been there in a week.
That's nothing. We need a whole lot more. I mean, I realize there's only 18 people watching, but if 18 people tell 18 people and 18 people, so on and so forth. Otherwise, if these laws do pass, then everybody's going to go whining and crying, oh, my rights and blah, blah, blah. Well, did you vote?
All right. So right now it's jumped a lot. There's 5,912 public comments so far on that.
That's quite a few.
It is, but we got to read through them and see how many are out of my cold dead hands.
Yeah. Or copied and pasted from somebody else's comment.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad the laws haven't changed here in Canada yet, because Canada, I think, is waiting for the states to see what's going on. Then they're going to copy what you guys are doing.
Didn't you guys, though, have something passed like a year or two ago? Peter McKinnon did something on never flying a drone again.
Oh, well, it's because we needed our hobby license or our advanced license, like your 107.
And their money's a little bit more. It costs you guys a little bit more than us, right?
No, us it costs like, for my hobbyist license, it cost me $10.
Ours is $5.
And
$10.
Free now, I think, but it cost me $5 when I
for the advance, it's $10, but somebody's got to go to your house, or you go to a certain school that fly drones. They make you do a test by flying, and after that, they say, okay,
you got to take a flight test. Yep.
Yeah. I'm fine with that part too. There's too many bad drivers out there that have a driver's license. I tow on a regular basis 15,000 pounds behind my truck, and I get cut off by these little Hondas that think I can stop as quick as them. No, I'm all for having to jump through hoops as long as they're achievable hoops. So if I have to prove that I can fly and operate in front of an FAA instructor, okay, I want you to go left with the drone facing me. I want you to go left or right or backwards. I'm all for all of that. I'll practice all day long to pass that.
I got my ticket yesterday for flying for driving too fast.
Oh, Roger.
Yeah, he got
my first one in 30 years, guys.
I was going to say, Jesus, I haven't even got one of those in at least that long.
Yeah, again, I'm all for testing. I'm all for regulations. Just make them achievable. Make them realistic. Again, I know I've already said it twice now, but the technology on the Enterprise where it says, there's an aircraft nearby and they can track who I am and where I'm at, fine. But like just with you're saying with the ham operator license, I don't want them knowing where I live.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But I don't mind them being able to find a number that is prominently displayed on my drone, whether it's the top, the bottom, the left, and the right, that someone with a pair of small binoculars could find my number, write it down, and call the police department if I'm doing in the wrong. I'm fine with that, because there are bad apples, but I don't want those bad apples to spoil the whole bunch.
Yeah.
Which usually always happens. And the problem with the laws is they're great. You and I and everyone here are going to follow them, but the criminals are not going to follow them, and they're going to do what they want anyways. And you're not going to be able to trace them. And with the half-ass way that the government does stuff, they'll spoof your address. You'll think that someone else is flying that drone. There's ways around all that stuff. That's going to be the problem. So I might put my drone up in the air, right, one day, and there's somebody out there, and now all of a sudden they can see all my credentials and everything. Next thing you know, they're using them on their drone.
No. Oh, you mean copy and paste your information on?
That's right. Absolutely.
That's a good point. I hadn't even thought of.
What's going to stop them from doing that?
Yeah, copying your registration number and putting it on their drone.
Or someone comes up to you and says, I need to see your ID. So now you show them your FAA ID, right? So now they got your number. So now they take that number geez, they put it into their drone.
Hmm.
They fly that drone. You know what I mean? See how easy that would be? So they got to find stuff like that out because, you know, anyone can ask you and you're supposed to tell them if you're a licensed drone pilot, you're supposed to show them your license.
Yeah. I recently got, as a Santa Claus gave it to me, actually. It's a fluorescent construction vest. And on the back, it says FAA licensed drone pilot. Please do not disturb.
I'll get mine.
I have a, it's a little big here, but then I have my little takeoff pad that I'm going to go buy 4 small road cones for so that I can show that, look, I'm completely legitimate. And there's also a sticker on the back of both of my cars. I'm doing everything I can to show that, look, I'm licensed. And hopefully they'll at least approach me with some dignity and not just complete fear, ignorance, or anger.
That's it.
Are you wearing an FAA licensed pilot tag?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a tag to put on myself. Oh, the camera doesn't show that. I don't have a tag.
You got one of these?
Yeah, pretty much exactly like that. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I keep it in my car, so just in case. It's got the pockets on it.
Yep,
It's got a place for your license in the front here that's clear.
Okay.
You know.
And the other pocket can fit a radio real nice,
right.
With an earpiece. Yep. You know, I don't mind. Yep. I don't mind at all.
Yep. Right here, this is a big pocket on this one. It's a huge pocket, but I keep that in the car, and I usually keep one. I have my little mini in there, and I'll fly that around different places. Now I have been, but not today because it started out at like -2 degrees here today.
Woo. I'm at a warm, I think it said 47 just a bit ago.
Oh,
hey, Dylan, this little tag I got on eBay has made 1,000% difference on how people approaches you, whether they're official or unofficial.
What were the keywords you typed in to find that?
Oh yeah, I got those too. Remember, it was like $12 for Christ's sakes.
Here's the one from the regular, okay, but that I wear all the time because it's nice and small and I clip it on my coat.
Okay.
But here's the one for the commercial pilot. And you get those on eBay. You just put in FAA our remote pilot ID badges.
Is that on eBay you just said?
Yeah, eBay.
So eBay. I'm going to open up a tab so I don't forget.
But this is the one I like the most, but this is for hobbyists. But
I got one of those too.
It's more concise, you know, and it's small, and you put this one on is so much bigger, you know.
What were the keywords again? I'm on eBay now. I want to type it in to save it for later.
Oh, let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, John, maybe John can pull up the link.
See what T-Stroke wrote down? I wear a vest saying no cash in my pocket. I crash too much.
Keeps the meth heads away. Are you up in Lake County near me?
Saigon says that's the one that he wears too in New York.
That's a good point. I did not know about those.
I'll tell you what, I've had people up, you know, what's worse is when you're flying and somebody's going to come up and they'll tell you what you should know.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
About 15 feet away, they spot that, and all of a sudden their whole demeanor changes. They say, oh, I can tell you know what you're doing.
The least educated or the most educated sometimes.
All right. Let's see if I can put this. I'll have to put this in the private chat because I think it's too long.
How do I get to the private chat?
Down on
the bottom. See where it says chat. He'll put it in the chat, and all of a sudden that'll light up, and you click on that. See it?
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Okay.
I don't know if that'll bring you to my eBay or if it'll bring you actually.
Let's find out. Here we go.
Charge jump on John's card.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, John's buying. John's buying, everybody.
It's cheap enough for Christ's sake. Like I don't even know what it is now. When I bought it, it was like $12 or $16.
Yeah.
$11.97.
Yeah, I bought it from the same place you got yours, John.
That brought me to a Google search term when I copied the. Let me try it again here.
It did. You just got to click on it from that window.
Oh,
you don't have to. Don't copy it. Click on it from that window.
Click on it right there from the chat window.
There we go. Okay, something's happening.
Yeah,
my computer's going up in smoke. No, just kidding. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, 1197 drone FAA UAS certificate of registration ID card plus label set.
Yeah.
Hobbyist pilot.
Yeah. And you
It's
have different.
hobbyist.
And it's hobbyist, but they have another one. If you
They-
go search in
They
there
do.
for
Okay.
part 107, you'll come up with a part 107 one.
Well,
This looks like what you were showing me.
Yep,
It
that's
is.
this one. This is the hobbyist one.
Right. The part 107 one, they're going to give you one anyways. It's going to be just like Paul's. See that?
Hmm.
Right, Paul? That's the one right from the FAA.
No, I got this on there. The FAA one. Dylan
like
just
license.
had Dylan just had his out. It's wallet size and it's
Yes.
like a credit card.
Yeah, like similar to a driver's license size, but with no picture. Or
But
anything.
this one is my actual FAA. Not from the FAA, but from eBay.
Right.
You can clip on. It's got that little clippy on top type of thing.
Okay.
Clip it on something.
Good to know. Good to know. By all means.
Because it at the top it says commercial remote pilot.
Yeah, that's the distinct
Yep.
factor.
Yep.
It's interesting to watch between the Zoom app on the computer and the YouTube app over here. There's
Yes, it
like
is.
4 or 5 second lag time here.
The
And
other thing that's nice about this one, even though it's bigger, I carry it in my bag. But if you notice where it says issue date, there's no expiration date. Where on the other ones, it has an expiration date from
Oh, so you can just keep it.
buyers.
As long as you keep your number the same, you just keep it for life.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys buy the stickers that they showed up in there also? The fancy
No,
looking.
I did.
Well, it came with them. I used them. They were pretty good. I got the small ones. And what they do is if you buy from that website, you pay for it and everything. Then they send you an email.
Okay.
And the email, that's when they request all your information through the email. They don't have you do it on eBay.
Okay.
And then you give them your stuff, and within like 2-3 days, it comes in the mail. Bing.
Comes whipping right into you. Yep.
It's just amazing.
Well, that's
mean-
inexpensive insurance for dealing with
Right.
people and
Yeah.
headaches. And
And
Well,
like,
it
It comes
could-
with a lanyard and everything. You know that.
what it does in my mind is it's like when a cop walks up and he has a badge on. Ooh. But if a guy walked up and says, I'm a cop, you would show me your badge, you know?
yeah, no, that's good because by the time you get a bunch of people that see that, that's almost a bottle of Tylenol.
Yep. It's I tell you what, John, maybe you agree, but I'd say this is the best investment for flying.
Yeah, that one was. Yeah, the people just stay away from me when I have the vest on and that thing. Even
Yep.
just that around my neck.
Yep.
And usually I wear, like one of those military-looking shirts or something.
Yeah, on my
They
coat.
just stay away.
On
You
my,
go for OD green or urban
Yeah.
camouflage.
No, Odie Green.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, on my coat, I just have it clipped on the collar like that.
All right.
Yeah.
That's easy enough.
And they just stay away. It's amazing.
Okay, Saigon, no problem. Two-stroke me says crazy thing. I used to fly the Cessna 172, but now I have to jump through hoops to fly a 5-inch quad.
Saigon drives a shuttle bus between New York City and the airport. So that's what he's headed for JFK now.
We got people chiming in between drives, huh?
Same place where I got mine made, Phantom Hodges. Yeah. That's the same place that John got it done on eBay. That's the same place.
Same place. And we even got Philly to go there and get one, I think.
I'll go get my card. I'll show you what it looks like here.
That's funny. I'm subscribing to you at the same time. I just got a new subscriber, and I was subscribing to the same guy.
This is how ours look. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it by the light.
Yep, there you
Oh
go.
yeah, the Canadian one. Yeah, nice.
There you go.
It is nice.
Ah, boo-boo.
It's colorful.
Yeah.
Can you guys excuse me for a moment? I got to step
Sure.
away for a second.
Okay. I wear a Slayer t-shirt, keeps most away. Yeah, I got mine made at the same place, Phantom Hodges. Yeah.
You know, because in the most case, when you're out flying, people are like sheep. And if you put something in front of the sheep's face, they back off.
Yeah.
It doesn't have an expiration date on mine, just the day
Nope.
like
I'll try to, Phantom Hodges. I'll see if I can get that link shortened up. Either that or I'll tell you exactly what to look for at eBay.
I'm gonna have to get mine redone. It's every 2 years, I hear.
Mine,
Yep.
for some reason, was 5 years. And I thought it was supposed to be only 2.
5 years for hot. Let me see.
I'm gonna have to get mine done on the 18th.
Mine was every 3 years on the hobbyist one, John.
Yeah, mine's 5 for some reason. I don't know why.
See it?
Yeah, your expired one there.
Yeah.
Then mine's finishing in 2021. Okay.
What do you want, boo-boo?
Okay.
If you copy and paste that into eBay, you will come up with that thing that I just put in there. Phantom Hodges.
Well, the link you put in the chat.
Yeah, that's too long to put into the chat. I just put if he what am I
What
getting
I'll
at?
do,
What am I getting here? I'm getting something.
copy.
All right, I'm back. Y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens. So John just commented about the hobbyist pilots. I'm really going to be curious about the what happens for hobbyists.
At the modules, there's the link for you. I posted it there for you.
Oh, you got the shorter one? Oh, yeah, you did. I couldn't cut mine down for some reason.
Well, what you do, John, you open up the page, okay?
Yep.
And you
Yep.
go on the top bar and you just copy and paste the address. It's shorter than
on mine, it's huge, and I tried doing that.
But
Mine-
what you do too, you could take out most of those letters and all that right down to the hobbyist pilot if you want.
Yeah, I should have tried that.
It'll still show up.
So there you go.
We're all learning from each other.
Yep. It used to be so easy to cut and paste something from somewhere. Now they make everything so long with hashes and this and that. Just the whole language has changed for the internet and PC stuff. It's crazy. I can't write code or anything anymore. It's just totally different. It's gone. It's totally went a different way. The base stuff is still there the same, but they don't do that anymore. They use just so many shortcuts now. It's ridiculous.
Shortcuts can be handy, but the problem is remembering all of them.
Oh my God. It's amazing. I can't keep up with it. I used to, but not anymore. So I got about what time is it? Oh, another 30 minutes or so, 30, 40 minutes before I have to go. I don't know how long you're staying on. Let me go fill my coffee cup.
All right, okay. You got time to fill up your cup.
I don't know what time you're staying on, so I got the message late.
Yeah, I'm already out and no kitchen nearby.
That's why I got my son to come by and help me pack the TV back in its box and then put the TV in my truck. His girlfriend says, "You can't leave that in the truck." I says, "Yeah."
Yeah, you're not supposed to. That's why I said that, but
No, it's because they transport.
it's going back, so forget it.
Yeah, but they transport that in big trucks. They load the trucks up at nighttime. It's doing -40
I
out
know.
there.
I know.
We lost Paul while I stepped away, it looks like.
Yeah, he's probably going to get something to eat.
Oh, no, he brought me outdoors.
Ordering a pizza.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Having his pizza delivered by Pizza Hut and drone.
No, I'm glad I live in the countryside, not near an airport, nothing. We're okay. It's wide open, can fly, get no hassling.
If you want to see where Roger lives, there's a couple on his page, Kim's page, and my page. On my page, I flew all around there in the fall.
Yeah.
and Roger's got stuff up. Kim's got stuff up with his whoops and everything.
Yeah. So we had a lot of fun though.
Oh yes, we did. It was so relaxing for me. It was amazing. You know, I was.
Like coming here is almost like coming to a cottage.
It
Yeah.
is. It's just, and the air was, you know, everything was different from down here, and it was just nice. Scenery was good. We came a little early before the leaves really changed.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, you know, enhance all the videos and everything, we could have made the colors look phenomenal. I mean, they looked phenomenal as it was, but
Like when I leave from here and I have to go into Montreal, believe me, my nose and my throat burn.
oh, I could
Just
imagine.
by the fumes. Hey, Robert, Rojo, Joner, how you doing?
I still have probably 3 hours of film from when I was up there that I haven't even edited or anything yet.
I still got
I really didn't do anything with the Enterprise when I was up there. You know, I didn't do anything with the videos. I just copied them to the drives. I haven't been into editing stuff with everything going on with my girl and Christmas and
Yeah.
you know, the business and all that crap, you know.
What do you use for editing?
I just use Filmora.
Oh, okay. That's a new one to me.
Yeah. It's a cheap lifetime subscription for like $59, and they constantly update it, and it's decent. You know, some of the stuff I didn't even edit. I just took it straight from some of my real early stuff. I took right from like my Parrot Beatbop and put it online. You know, I didn't, no editing, no sound, no nothing.
You're welcome to come over, Was Blind, that's for sure.
I just have tons of videos that I just haven't edited yet. I mean, tons and tons.
That's what I've been doing the last couple of weeks. I've had a hiatus from work, and I've just been going through the backlog of footage from all the way back in October. In some cases, I'm finding.
Oh yeah, my stuff goes back years.
Oh,
I've been doing this for years. I have tons and tons of video from all different drones.
And you like it outdoors? Still snowing there, Paul?
No, just cold and very windy.
Oh, you're getting snow, Paul?
Yeah, we're
You're
getting.
the one- Didn't you send the snow our way?
Yep, I did. I did. You can see I'm getting a little bit of snow spitting here.
Oh yeah, your driveway's not even coated yet.
Well, it was.
Salt down.
Oh,
I plowed and salted.
turn on the heater. You got a heat.
calcium chloride, and
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go do in a little bit.
the city's pretty good about plowing out the main on the road itself, because I'm on a fire route.
oh, that's handy.
Yep.
Did you buy that intentionally?
Now, this house actually, I'll tell you the story behind this house. My parents brought me home in 1952 when I was born to this house.
No. So you've
They're
been there a
both-
little while.
They're both gone. I moved to Kansas City for about a 2 or 3 year stint when I used to own Little Caesars of Kansas City. Got divorced out there and decided I can be miserable at home, so I came back.
Well, that's positive thinking.
Well, when I was out there, my wife ran off with the Baptist minister, so
Oh,
I just
awesome.
decided I don't need this kind of grief.
No.
oh,
So a bunch of my friends came out. We packed up everything into a couple of U-Hauls and drove back home. Of course, so the attorneys sold the business. So the franchisee from Boulder, Colorado, I think, bought it. Yeah, he bought it for his kids because I had a franchise for 32 stores.
oh, wow. That's quite a few.
I had 6 counties, 3 counties in Kansas City, Missouri, and 3 counties in Kansas City, Kansas.
So We got off topic. I'm just wondering. I'm watching these chat streams, wondering if other people's opinions of our proposed laws from both the hobbyists coming up or the new ones to Part 107. Any of it.
What's happening is that lots of guys are getting really ticked off about it. So that's why lots of people are not talking about it anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't want any arguments, but a good debate is always good.
Right? That's what the problem is nowadays. No one can just have a civilized conversation.
Oh,
Well,
that's the worst.
the debate for Roger is whatever you damn Yankees are going to do, damn it, it's probably going to come over here too.
It is. I know that for a fact. It will. Our space cadet transport minister there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Phantom Hodges. That's cool.
We call him space cadet because it's Mark Gardner, no astronaut.
Yeah, wasn't he on us? Yeah.
Yeah.
You two critics fly high.
As long as
Okay.
it's below 400 feet AGL.
Yeah.
$3.99.
Yeah, 399. There you go.
That's that 107 crap kicking in. You can't really fly at 400. It's supposed to be $3.99.
Yeah.
400 puts you into the next one, but they all say 400.
Yeah. We just want to be safe.
If that's on the test, it's $3.99.
Yeah. So,
Well, yeah, but
John-
on the test, what it says is, I think one of the answers, because it's all multiple choice, is below 400 feet.
Right.
It
That's
doesn't
what it
say
is.
400 feet.
Because I've been taking the
Below.
pre-test. Oh yeah, below 400 feet. Yeah.
so Paul, John, did either of you use a study test prep like Remote Pilot 101 or anything?
The first
That's
time
what I'm
around, no.
using. Yeah.
First time? Did you have to take it twice?
No. This is my second 2-year stint.
Okay.
I'm in
all
the
right.
middle of like 3 years ago. They didn't have like Remote Pilot 101 or anything back then.
No.
So I used to watch Chelsea and what's his name in Chelsea and
Tony?
Tony and Chelsea and
Yeah.
everybody else that
Me
was
too,
talking
actually.
about.
Yeah. The two photograph people there, the
Yeah.
videographers, and
Yeah.
they did that. Here's to pass your 101 test. Here's a free. I watched all of that. That's
Yep.
That was nice for them to do that. Long, but it was nice for them to do that.
Well, a lot of it was really helpful at the time,
Yeah, it's different now.
but it's different now, and that's why when I went to take the second test a year ago, the second time
Hi, Robert.
licensure,
Hey, John.
I signed up for Remote Pilot 101 and used Heron 18 for the discount.
Me too. Yeah.
And
Hi,
I
Robert.
used that because he's got 2 sections. You can do it for
Yes.
re-licensure or regular licensure.
Yes. I ended up, after watching Tony's video, I don't know, countless times. Plus, there's another gentleman that did one about the same duration. I think I spent 10, 12, maybe 15 hours rewatching. And then finally I broke down and I got Remote Pilot 101, and Jason just hands down was much easier to follow.
Oh yeah.
The information was much more concise, easier to remember.
Well,
And then, of
yeah,
course,
it's
Ken
updated.
Heron released a discount. So,
Yeah, and it's up to date,
yeah.
you
Right.
know,
And
because he updates them all the time.
Yeah, and he's got a YouTube channel, so every once in a while you get little videos of little tidbits of
Yeah,
information.
he's been sending me stuff. I just got one.
Yeah,
Yep.
excuse me for a minute, guys. YouTube critics, I can't remember you here. How come I'm subscribed to your channel? Are you coming underneath another name? I got you subscribed. I don't know how come. First time I see you
Did
here.
he change his name?
That's what I'm asking you.
Robert.
Hello, Paul. How are you this evening, sir? Hello, Dylan.
Hey, how's
That's
it
Nice to
going?
meet you, sir.
Food
That
for-
is Robert Stanton. Robert is the information
And-
officer at an air base.
And Robert is.
We can't say it, but we can show it.
Food for
My
us.
boss got me that.
Nice boss. I like that boss.
Oh, I didn't even see there's a whole nother little screen down there where Robert is. I didn't even see him pop up until he took over my whole screen. And
Yeah.
you can
Oh yeah, you
Wow.
thumbnails
figure
around.
that all
Oh,
different.
you got it popped up. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. You
Whoever's
can move
speaking.
everybody around. It's like Brady
Yep.
Bunch. So I can look over and see
Yep,
John, and
absolutely.
then look over and see Paul, and then look up and
Yeah,
Here-
Flat Dodgers. Yeah, that's true. Don Joyce is one great guy here in Canada for all the new rules
Yep.
here.
Here's one from him. He just sent this
Goes out.
Thursday about
Yep.
the mysterious drones, the video
Drones
about.
down
Oh yeah,
Colorado.
I watched
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one can explain them though.
Yeah.
Maybe if they had a sideband.
I'm sure the military can, but they're gonna.
Never know.
I can't say anything. I can't say nothing.
Yeah, yeah, you bastard. That's why you got that monk.
Actually, until Geeks Fauna asked me about it, I go, I have no idea what he's talking about. I never even heard of it. The Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the business. What? Maybe. Oh, okay, I get it. You don't have to say anything more, Robert. Robert is in the business with the military in the air, so he's not going to talk at all about it. That's a no-no for military to talk about that.
But one thing I got to say is if it was military, they wouldn't be out in the middle where everybody could see it.
They wouldn't be out where you could see it.
They wouldn't.
Yeah,
They wouldn't be
but-
out where everybody could see it.
Well,
But
maybe
if
somebody
it's-
else's
but-
military.
But if it's UFO, you wouldn't talk about it either.
I
There's
wouldn't
no
know
such
anything
thing.
about it.
Ask them.
No such thing.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
I cannot confirm or deny.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's
Yep.
There
it.
you go, Dylan.
Superior minds think alike.
But I thought maybe it's like Amazon or UPS
Testing.
out there testing out drone highways.
It could be.
Yeah,
never-
but the question
There's so
I
many
would
of
have
them.
though, Robert, is why are they flying in 12 and 15 drone formation?
See if they crash into each other.
Well, they've been
Well,
they've been using them at arenas and stuff. You know.
Yeah,
like-
you look at like the new fireworks displays. They
Right.
use drones for them.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
not
that's-
Amazon.
They could be out. They could be out
That's
practicing that.
Intel doing
Yeah.
that.
Could have been someone practicing like
Yeah.
that.
But another thing that gets me is they're saying they're 6 foot wide,
Yeah.
and they don't sound like a prop plane. They sound like a jet.
Yeah, they're cylindrical in shape.
Yeah.
In other words, like elongated, like torpedoes. 6 feet long.
Could that
I don't
be Zeppelins? It could be, hot air balloons, whatever. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Roger?
I don't know. I don't think it would be like Amazon or anything like that, because I mean it would go public.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Well, we live in a different time. Anytime, you remember, Robert, you and I, well, you're not my age, but you're old enough to remember. Remember back whenever there was a UFO sighting, it was a UFO sighting. It was whatever. And whether they explained it or not, it was
It was
a
a UFO. Yeah.
now that there's drones in the air. Oh, it's got to be a drone.
It's got to be a drone.
Yeah.
Hey,
Whoa.
Sam's here.
Look what the
Hey,
cat-
Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Sam's here from California. Say hello to Dylan.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
It's going good, man.
I think they coordinated.
Yeah.
We planned it that way.
Yeah.
Which one are we pointing at here? It's
Wow.
that one here. Where are you at, Sam? I'm just north of San Francisco.
I'm in Arizona, just outside of Phoenix.
Yeah, okay, so still a good distance.
Yeah.
So they got 12-hour drive roughly for me. I think Sedona's 14. So
Okay.
Did they have a special on those shirts?
They did.
Yeah. Okay.
Paul told us about them. They were on Amazon.
Okay.
That's the place.
Uh-huh.
That's the place.
Sam's been very busy, Robert, flying those 12 drones around in Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah. I just.
That's
just
Sam. There it is. It's all been explained right
Yeah.
there. It was Sam.
welcome to our panel. We figured it out.
no need to discuss it further. Let's move on.
Exactly.
That's it.
Nothing to see here. Move along. Move along.
Move along.
Sam is a supervisor for emergency services dispatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it all went silent. Like, yeah, we. Oh, that was a great welcome. Can we try that again?
I was trying to think of something to say, Sam, and I lost
Other
it.
than nobody cares?
It could
No,
be
I think it's very commendable what you do. I
Oh,
you think it's awesome.
it could be thank you for all the lives you've saved and changed.
Hey, Goldfish, how you doing? Goldfish office, welcome.
Did I
welcome.
hear you were moving, Sam?
Yeah.
I am going to move eventually, yes.
He's moving to Illinois because he missed the snow.
Did, you know.
Mrs. This woman.
We're at in
Well, that
Illinois,
too.
may I ask?
He doesn't really want to tell her he's moving for her, so he tells her he's moving for the snow. Changes
Yeah.
seasons. Yeah.
Right.
Because you don't want her to sink that hook too deep. You know what I mean?
Don't get sucked in there too deep because you never know. They might change their mind after 10 years or so.
Oh, don't tell me that. Though.
John is just going through that now.
Ah,
I think
After
of him.
what?
I still don't know.
After what, 12 years now, he's not sure.
I still don't know.
oh, boy.
Yeah, I still don't know. She's still on the fence. I'm like, really? I'm only going to give her to the end of the month. She doesn't know that.
Well, that's a
She's
game.
listening, but I know she's not.
That's a game she's probably playing, John. I don't want to upset you, but no matter
well,
what happens, if she doesn't call it off, then she's forcing you to call it off, and then you're the bad guy.
Yeah, it's not a problem for me to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Goldfish, we got a blizzard going on right now as we speak. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. And
Yeah,
your
it just-
internet's still working.
It just passed by us, Roger, and it's going up to you.
Yep.
Well, I'm getting it right now.
Are you?
I'm going to go
Well-
out a little later now because it's slowed down. I'm going to go look outside. Right.
And everybody congratulate John. He sold 3 cars today.
2. I'm not sure on the third
2
one.
plus 1 iffy.
Yeah. And now that we have a holiday on Monday, the guy can't go to the bank on Monday, so he'll have to go on Tuesday.
Gives another day to have buyer's remorse, right?
Right.
Cooling off period.
Guys, on Monday, I'll be on Monday morning, but Val and Kim will be on Monday night. So I'm not doing any Monday night show. It'll be Val and Kim.
Good.
Now, Roger's taking his TV back. You heard about that?
Oh,
His TV
Situation.
flaked out on him.
He had a situation with it.
you
I'll be
didn't
right back.
figure anything out today, Roger?
I phoned the company and the modem inside the TV is fricked up.
Are you going to replace it?
There's a modem in the TV. Yeah, I just got to bring the TV in. I'm going to get
Oh,
a new
okay.
one.
All right.
You mean like a network card?
In that TV, because don't forget it's a Fire Stick card.
Ah,
Mm.
Has Alexa has everything on it, right?
So
Sure.
Roger's now leaning not buying an Insignia again, getting something else.
I'm going by what is it again? Damn it. I can't remember the name of it.
He's buying a damn it.
I've never heard.
TCL?
Does Amazon make that?
Yeah.
Is
I
it a
don't know.
TCL, Roger?
No, it's
No.
gonna be Sharp TV.
Oh, Sharp. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Because he bought it from Best Buy and he bought the warranty and everything. He's got 30 days. So he's just going to take it back and say, no, I don't want one of those. I want one of those.
They told
Well,
me,
I
bring it
mean-
home. If you don't like it, bring it back within 30 days, no problems, and we'll change it. So I'm just gonna give it back. Okay, no problem. I'll take another one.
But you are getting a different brand then?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a smart TV that
Not gonna get a dumb one.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
was gonna
hey,
say-
John.
I was gonna say that. I'm gonna take the dumb one. But I came with a smart one. No, I'm gonna
John,
Yeah.
don't get up. It ruins the illusion.
Yeah.
You got
Oh.
the halo behind
And
you,
the
and it
halo
just,
going there.
the- the movie magic goes away when you stand up.
take
Yeah, you can see the fan at the end.
Well, I'm gonna share my screen, Roger. This is what I did today.
Okay. So you don't have a tutu on, do you? Okay.
Plowed all day today.
Gotta ask these questions, guys. That's why, I mean, really.
Plowed. I thought we were supposed to keep this as a family-friendly place.
I plowed all day.
Oh, you got enough snow down there?
We got about 6 inches yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the stuff we're getting tonight.
So what did you do? Did you Get your wife to drive the car and you're laying down on the hood?
Yeah. It's I'm on the ATV. This is after I was all done.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
You got a plow on the front of the ATV?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can-
That's pretty cool.
That's not the road just going to your house, is it?
Oh, on the front.
No, okay.
Yeah, that's his driveway.
That's our private road. Yeah.
You cleaned your driveway with that thing?
Yeah.
You cleaned that road with that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he goes about 35 miles an hour and throws it all off to the side.
Throws it off to the side.
And it only takes about what, 8 hours?
Takes me about hour and a half.
What do you do? 3 passes, right? You go down the middle, then you go to do the 2 sides or something, or you just start at one side and go all the way
Yeah.
across.
Well, it looks to me like he's got a little bit of a probably about 5 passes because it looks like he's a little wider.
Yeah, I widen it out so I have somewhere to put the next snowfall.
Yeah. Oh yeah, got to do that.
That's pretty cool.
If it gets any higher than that, more higher than that, you gotta get a tractor in.
Yeah.
Cool.
Watching you guys do that, but I don't forgive me as I don't have much empathy because it doesn't look.
Yeah.
Coming from California, the worst I have is to stay dry.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't even have to do that in Arizona about once a year. Stay dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. No rain either. No snow. No rain.
No
Unless
rain.
you go to the hills.
Yeah. It's rare, even rain, even though, like, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, it rained for like 5 days straight. Everyone here thought the world was coming to an end. Like, what's going on?
Hit that like button, everybody. Thank you all so much. It does help out the channel. Everybody on the panel, did you hit that like button?
Yes, I did.
Yep, sure did. Right away.
I did.
105 minutes ago.
Yeah, I did, Roger. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I just did. Click. Just like that.
It just went up one.
Yeah.
Can I screen share to show it?
I won't know if I like the show till the end, so I just wait.
Oh,
Whether he's on it or not.
Right.
If he gives us super chats.
It would be very vain of me to like it just because I'm in here.
I like them even if I can't get in there. I at least like it.
yeah.
At least I try to like every one of them. But sometimes the old gray matter isn't working upstairs.
I just color the gray matter teal.
Yeah, so
Just go with it.
that problem I was having with my TV was always marking safe mode in the corner.
Yeah.
Because my plug in the back wasn't plugged in all the way.
That's not very smart.
You know, really ironically, I think that sounds like it's unsafe mode.
Yeah, eh?
Exactly.
But,
It should say safe mode when it's all plugged in and working correctly.
Yeah. You'd think since it's a smart TV, it would tell you that. It's like, hey, I'm not plugged in right.
But when I started looking at my programs on Netflix and all that, and I seen the way the screen was going, I said, no, my computer is strong enough for that.
Oh, yeah.
So, the guy was he says, how old is your computer? I said, it's brand new. It's a gaming computer. Oh, he says, okay. Then he said, hold on, get back to you. He made me change wiring. Okay, he came back to me. He says, okay. He says, it's one of your modems that's buggered up in the TV. I said, you got modems in there? Yeah. Oh, okay. I found that strange.
The land card.
Yeah.
So he says, bring it back to the store. He says, no, I can send you the technician out next week. I said, no.
Mm-mm.
It's about days ago. I don't want to fuck. Sorry.
Right. Oh, you're reading that mug again? Yeah. There you go.
TV, you know. He says, I understand. He says, I'll bring it back tomorrow. I says, I'll just change it at Best Buy. He says, okay, no problem.
Well, are they going to give you gas money to go back and forth to the damn store?
No, hell no.
That's what gets me.
They never do that. That's why they offer to send out a technician, because then they can go, well, hey, we offered to come out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why,
Their Geek Squad.
how you doing?
Yeah, the Geek
Keith,
Squad.
how you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, good. JDS is here. How are you, buddy?
What's up, JDS?
Let's see him.
Everybody check out YT Cheese. He's at 42 subscribers. Check out his channels. He's from Australia.
Oh, I hope you're not burning.
Oh, right. Jesus, I'm looking at all those damn things on Facebook and everywhere else of the animals. 20
Yeah.
years ago, it wouldn't bother me one bit. I could care less. Now it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like, I just saw one with a baby kangaroo grabbing a person's arm with its head on it, almost looked like it had a tear coming out of it. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, we don't have that kind of problem with our fires, but they definitely are devastating real quick. I mean, we had a Tubbs fire 2 years ago. We took out 5,000 homes before everybody woke up.
Saying.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
we
and,
have our
and,
share of those.
and the heartbreaker over there is the koala bears. They don't move very fast.
Oh, yeah.
No.
everything, all the animals, it's just terrible. Terrible. Snakes,
Yeah.
not so much, but
they
Yeah,
can
right,
get
the
rid
snakes
of, rid
and
of
the
all the
spiders.
venomous stuff in that.
Yeah.
The wolf
Yeah.
spiders and the snakes and
Even being Arizona, we do get our share of wildfires, especially up north in the pines and
Sure.
stuff. Well, you guys all heard of the Yarnell fire that killed the 19 firemen back in 2012, 2013?
Yeah.
Well, you got plenty of forest up out of Flagstaff. I've been up there. There's plenty of forest to burn there.
Yeah, there's tons. Yeah. So, and there's tons to burn even close to this area. Yarnell is actually only 20 miles from me. I actually worked the Yarnell Hill fire through 911 and our fire department and stuff. So, but
I
it's
think
fairly
we sent some firefighters down there from
Oh,
Oak Field.
So yeah, it was a big thing.
We had them from all over in the last of the Kincaid fire. I lost count at like 40 or 50 different agencies from all over the
Wow.
country. We had them from Colorado even out here.
Hmm.
But we had the fire got within about 2 miles of my place, but they did a Hail Mary stand and they won.
Hmm.
We lost, I think, only 100 homes this time or 130 homes as opposed to
Only.
5,000.
Yeah, only.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want this to get
5,000.
political or anything, but do you think it's because they're not cleaning the underbrush?
Yeah, we do go out there with rakes and brooms.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's our fault.
No, I'm wondering. Well, they say they're shutting the electricity off.
Oh yeah, the
Because-
public safety power shutdowns, PSPS.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
everybody's
because
buying-
they can't put electricity underground up there, or
because all the money's going into the shareholders is what everybody's saying. So,
It
but
is.
now they filed for bankruptcy and they're being forced to hire a whole bunch of new tree trimmers. There's new infrastructure going in constantly. We've got helicopters flying in new metal towers as opposed to wooden ones. Everything's changing completely out here, but
yeah,
the public safety power shutdowns are going to be here to stay.
Yeah.
But they give you $100 to replace the food in your refrigerator. Generators, they fly off the shelves. You can't
Yeah.
get them when the fires start or there's even talk of a public safety shutdown. They're gone everywhere. They're all sold out. We bought ours on eBay and had it arrived the day we evacuated from Kincaid fire, like 2 hours before we left. I
Wow.
was ecstatic about that. So yeah, it's a whole new world, and that's part of actually the reason we're leaving. My mother-in-law and her and my father-in-law, they're just done from running. They're scared of
Sure.
it. They've done it twice with flames in their rearview mirror.
Oh,
They'd
wow.
rather be out there on the West Coast. We're going to move far inland on the in North Carolina so I guess I hear they're tropical storms there as opposed to hurricanes. But yeah, PG&E's in for a world of hurt out here. The public is not happy. Everybody's going after them for every single thing they can. Loss of homes, loss of income from their businesses. It's pretty crazy, and several of them could have been stopped because of a power shutdown, but they didn't do it. But then when they do shut down the power,
Everyone.
everyone's just up in arms. And why are you shutting down our power and my food and my
because they're trying to
refrigerator?"
save lives.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the way I see it, is that
Yeah.
they're trying to save the lives and the koala bears and all this and that. But
and they notify everybody. It's not like they just
Yeah.
shut the power.
oh, it's all over the radio, and we get Nixle alerts, so we know it's coming.
right.
It's
Mhm.
not like it's a problem, but people still, they don't care. If you burn their house down, they get pissed. If you shut off their power, they get pissed.
Pissed.
Sometimes
Right.
I feel kind of bad for PG&E. It's like they're damned if they do, and they're
They're
damned
getting
if they
dumped on.
don't.
They get
Yeah.
dumped on. Yeah.
Scapegoat.
Yeah.
God forbid we should take our own responsibility to keep a safe clearing around our house, to keep the trees
Right.
away, mow our grasses,
Right.
and take some responsibility upon ourselves. Maybe have a water tank and a pump hooked
I
to a
was just gonna
generator with a
say-
roof sprinkler.
Yeah, you could do something. There's stuff you could do.
There is, especially like little things like cleaning out your rain gutters. So, sorry, I know we're talking about drones, but clean out your rain gutters, even spider webs up underneath your eaves. All those little things we can do on our own as homeowners that can
Yep.
save our houses. But no, we'd rather be lazy and blame somebody else and sue our insurance company. No, I mean, that's the first thing I do. The first leaf fall and maybe the second and third, go up the leaf blower, blow all the leaves off my roof, blow out the rain gutters, pressure wash underneath the eaves to make sure the cobwebs are cleaned off, and do my part. And when I came back to our house after the Kincaid fire, our somehow we'd forgotten to close the kitchen window. Somehow our garage door blew open, and there were leaves everywhere, and half of them were burnt. I actually have one. Let's see if it's right here. Right here. I came home to stuff like this in my driveway, but my house is still standing.
Wow.
Because I went up before the fire, blew out all the rain gutters, cleared out all the cobwebs, and hosed everything down, and we evacuated. And I came back again. I'm gonna get this framed. I'm gonna save it forever because there were several of these in my driveway. You can see there's a hole right through it.
Because once it gets to your house, there's nothing to burn.
Correct, because mine I had done. I had enough time, and as soon as I even got the inkling something we might get evacuated, I cleaned up and cleared out. I was packed and ready to go. So when I pulled out, no, I got some. My neighbor has cameras, and we were watching the cameras until the internet went down, and we could see stuff flying around. And we had, let's see, I think about 6 miles from here, 102-mile-an-hour winds, which for us is
Oh, wow.
Because of
unheard
the
of.
fire. Yeah.
I was out the night it broke out. They didn't do many evacuations, and I went out to Highway 128, which is probably a 10-minute drive from here. Standing in my friend's driveway, I had about a 45-degree angle to keep from being blown over backwards, and you could see flames coming. Now we were seeing embers flying right over us, and it was. I mean, it didn't scar me, but it was definitely something I'll never forget.
Oh, it can't be fun. That's for sure.
No, but I didn't lose my house. The really bad thing about this one versus like the Tubbs fire, that was a natural disaster. So the government picked up the cleanup. They did all the cleanup. Now with this Kincaid fire, because only so many homes burned and it was all mostly just trees, the homeowners are on the hook for the cleanup. And now they're out of time. Now they're getting warnings where if they don't clean it up, they're going to get fined. And if you don't have insurance, you're in a world of hurt because it has to be done by a licensed contractor who's approved to deal with this stuff. There's only a certain number of places that'll accept the debris. So you're really in a world of hurt, and it's kind of sad.
Wow.
Sorry, doom and gloom. Sorry about that. We're supposed to be talking.
No, it's information for us. So
Yeah, well, if you have a
it's
fire
stuff you don't
coming-
hear on the news. So
All good.
Yeah, if you got a fire coming, clean out your rain gutters, get rid of the cobwebs, clear all the debris away, and clear the trees beforehand. I guess
Right.
102-foot defensible space.
yeah,
Now we
for
can
it to
take
be
it
able to
upon
go around it.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be up to us too. We don't have to blame PG&E for, we have to take some of our own responsibility. Granted, when the fire's, raging through an entire community at 3 or 4 or 5,000 degrees and it's melting the underground utilities, okay, we're all doomed. We're all in trouble. I get it. PG&E should be in trouble. But when it's something like what we just had here, again, it's not that hard to get up there and clean it out. Shoot, use your drone, fly it over your rain gutters, blow everything out that way.
There you go.
I'll come do it. There's a new service. That's what I'm going to start marketing.
Make the cleanup fun, kids.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Or hire me to come out and do it. I'm commercially
There you
insured
go.
and licensed.
There you go.
I was able to catch a YouTube video today on a guy that had a little track remote control, like car, but a tractor, and he 3D printed a actual snowblower to go on the front of it, and he was doing his driveway with it.
Oh,
That's clever.
There was like 3 inches, 4 inches of snow, and he's got, so the chute, sprays a different way, and it
Articulates.
and he outlines it all, and he does a pattern back and forth. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty
I was sitting there waiting for the guy to come back from the test drive and getting around, So I let them go by themselves.
Necessity, the mother of all invention.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna make us go take a test to do that one too. Have to get RC car certified.
Oh, I hope not.
That's cool. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's taking it way too far.
Well, they're talking about banning different frequencies, so ones
Oh,
that
yeah.
don't have side channels.
There's
Oh
ours
yeah.
coming down pretty hard.
Wow.
I don't know. They're saying we're supposed to get 8 inches or so here, and it's a fast moving storm, and it's all the way until 4 a.m. But
Yeah.
the snow's supposed to stop around 11 o'clock, and we don't have squat out there right now. It was coming down real hard, but now it's kind of.
I think on that one we're supposed to blame climate change because the crystal ball, otherwise known as the weather prediction, doesn't work anymore.
Well,
Blame something.
Isn't that the greatest job in the world, to be a weather forecaster?
Yeah, right. You could be
You
wrong.
don't have to be right about anything.
Yeah.
Be right 50% of the time.
I want to be the guy who determines what it feels like outside. Go outside. It feels like it's really
Why?
cold to me.
Yeah, what is that? The colder the heat index? It's
Oh,
such
yeah.
but it feels like this.
Yeah, right.
What does that matter, by the way?
Well, it feels a lot colder when the drone's 3 feet overhead blowing some air down on top of me.
Right.
I just need to find a 3D print a misting system for the bottom of it. I'll be set.
Whoops. What did I do? Uh-oh. There we are.
I think you probably messed something up, John.
Of course I did. In my Google Chrome and lost everything. But I've got it all back.
Google's
Okay.
protesting because we're not going to pass these new drone laws.
Right.
Google's in trouble out here now because they're not getting enough people off of YouTube for so we have the gay pride parade in the city, and now there's a huge thing on the news this morning about how Google's not welcome this year because they're not booting off all the people that are expressing their opinion about anti this and anti that.
Of course.
Gotta blame somebody.
Yeah.
And God forbid should we have I just saw this this guy on YouTube's got this book come out that's called The Coddling of the American Mind. It's an hour-long talk he does, but it kind of changed my perspective on a few things because I definitely feel like we don't bubble wrap our children these days. Oh, that's offensive. You can't say that around me.
Yeah.
It makes me feel bad. Well, sometimes people's opinions can hurt, but I mean, as long as they're not physically abusing you.
Right.
I heard about that Johnson I. Bass, that they're doing some kind of military exercise down in Florida. They're
Yeah, I
not.
heard about that
They're
too.
jamming GPS
Yeah, but are they
signals.
they're talking about jamming 140 nautical miles of GPS. Now, what's going to happen with first responders and aircraft and all these people that?
Yeah, when a lot of first responders use GPS to get to somewhere as quick as possible.
Yeah, so forgive me as I haven't done any fact checking on that one, but I kind of feel like that's one that really needs to be fact checked. Because it might be somebody on their website just looking to get a whole bunch of hits.
What fact check, Dylan?
To check to see if that's actually going to be happening, because 140 nautical miles of GPS jammed on the southeast of the United States. That's
Yeah, I
a
can't.
lot.
I can't see them jamming that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean by
That's
fact
a-
checking.
That's a
I don't
public
know.
safety thing.
I mean, I understand that the military can go ahead and do what they want when they want, but at the same time, like, I don't know about that one.
Well, isn't aviation using GPS as well?
Just so many things are using
Yeah.
GPS
Oh,
these days.
We use GPS where I'm at. Like I can pull up a map. I can see every single one of my patrol cars, every one of my fire engines.
Yeah.
And if you're in the call and you're assigned a call, instructions by GPS will come up showing you the quickest route to get
Yep,
there.
I saw that right there. That map.
Yeah.
That's a huge swath. I mean, how many states you looking at? 1,
It's
2, 3,
huge.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 states affected. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's an awful lot of aircraft, first responders, and all those other things. And yeah, again, I read 140 nautical miles. This is just crazy.
But that's more than 140
Oh my God,
miles.
that's 1,000.
The
Yeah,
thing
that's
I was reading said 140. When you're talking 1,000, that's even.
That looked like 1,000 miles across that. No?
I have no idea. I
Well,
was
how
reading a
long
little
is
bit.
Florida from one end to the other? Was longer than that. Plus, it went out into the ocean.
Yeah, and it's going into what, Alabama, and then up to North Carolina, if I can see that correctly. No, Virginia, Tennessee,
Yeah, that goes up almost into Washington, doesn't it? What's up
Washington,
there?
D.C.
Into
Oh, no,
Virginia.
Virginia's right there. Okay,
Yeah.
I see it. Yeah, but that goes out into the ocean too, like over the islands.
Yeah.
And the triangle too, isn't a triangle right around there somewhere?
Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda's Triangle's
Don't
right
they
in
have
there, yeah.
enough problems with losing stuff already?
Exactly.
Maybe this will be adverse effect and improve that issue with Bermuda.
Reverse proportional.
Right.
Yeah, so it looks like that the upper ring is 400 nautical miles. So that would mean 400, that'd be at least 800 nautical miles.
That's a lot to affect. I don't know. If they do, it's going to be like out here at PG&E. Everybody's going to be up in arms. Cry me a river.
Yeah.
World's smallest violin. It's insane. It'll be if they do that, I'd be curious the comments about it. That's for sure. There'll be a whole lot of live streams going on.
Right.
Or maybe there won't because they won't have internet.
Wow, they're just closing down the GPS. They'll have the internet.
Well, that means none of my Mavics are going to fly. At least they won't know how to return to home. Well, I'm out in California, so I'm okay. I guess I'm exempt.
Yeah.
Oh, Chicago having trouble at the airport. Camp Dylan. How's it going to go over? Okay, Phantom Hodges. Yeah. Yeah, they're having problems at the airport in Toronto there because of the snowstorm.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Everybody, check out everybody's channels and don't forget to hit that like button, everybody. Much appreciated.
That's what you keep seeing me look off to the side as me checking out other people's channels to acknowledge them and say hello. And this one I'm on here, this guy's flying. Oh, that's a simulator. I was gonna say that's a park model, park flyer. I hate to see you lose that. Hopefully they won't pass this regulations.
Okay, so what is this? This is Troll Night tonight, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Block them, submit. There you go.
Oh, I didn't see it. I'm looking for a picture for somebody here I want to share.
Ooh, picture sharing time.
Another one of your modeling pictures, right?
Yeah. Well, this is not an underwear model.
No.
And that's just because of your first name, of course.
Oh, dear John.
I just can't find the right one. Damn
John's middle name is Holmes.
it. Johnny Holmes. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, JDS.
Oh, thank you there, Mr. Dutchy Dutch.
All right, I gotta.
I see John, JDS sent you $100,000 check for that car you want you
He
to
did.
get.
I'm getting a picture of it right now, but it seems to be.
$100,000 picture. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm in the I'm in the wrong industry. Quite the reverb with the typing.
It won't let me. Damn it. That was the perfect picture, but it's actually a movie once you go into it. Oh, let's see if it's down here. Here.
Max Air 420. Are you out here in the Emerald Triangle also? Everyone out here, their handle ends in 420.
Michael McReynolds, how you doing? Max Air 420. Mr.
I'm going to
Thank
share something, Roger.
you so much. Yeah, Phantom Hodges, Goldfish, Johnson Ibass. Hope you're doing good, Michael McReynolds. Yes, sir.
Mr. Dutchy Dutch likes the panel.
That's
John's
for
sharing.
JDS right there. That's where his car is. Of course, it's blinking on me because I got.
Yeah, we just got a black
60.
screen.
It's loading.
It's starting to.
It'll load.
That's probably because of my internet too.
It says we're seeing your screen. It's all black, huh?
There
Oh,
it goes.
There you go.
That's your car, JDS?
Yeah, that's his car. It's stuck.
It's on its way, we promise. It's in good hands.
If I was on my regular PC, I would be able to bring those up a lot quicker, but this damn laptop.
I'll be right back, guys.
I had to move a lot of the videos off to my 12 terabyte drive there because it was just
Full.
I went to back up my iPhone and didn't realize it was going to go to the C drive. And this is, a 512 phone that has like 260 gigs of video and pictures on it. So it filled the C drive and crashed. I'm like, sugar.
So you just hit this screen share button. I'd like to share a picture real quick.
Okay.
Right
Right.
down at the bottom.
To the left of the chat.
Screen share. So then
And whatever's on, if you have dual screens, it'll ask you which screen you want to share.
Okay. So I should have it preloaded, so to speak.
Right.
Yes.
You should have it preloaded because
Okay.
it'll show whatever's there instantly.
Gotcha.
So you want to have whatever you want, just what you want to share.
Gotcha. I have that open. I just need to figure out where you guys went. There you are. So
Yeah, that's what happens to me.
basic.
I'm so used to having a multiple screens. And then when I go on a laptop, it's a pain in the neck.
It really is.
Now it says screen, but it's all black. But I have the picture loaded up. If I hit share, is it going to show the picture that's taking up the full screen
Well,
behind
down
me?
at the bottom where there's a box, you need to make sure it's in the box.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. This stuff's smarter than I am. Where'd y'all go? Meeting.
I missed it. Oh, 9:16. I'll wait a little while longer. Snow's not going anywhere.
Hey, Michael. Yeah, I know it's not good for us, but we need it. We need the snow for our wells. Like hell. But
Oh,
it all melts, the snow will go into our wells.
bigger screen. Oh, there we go. So share. So I took this with my Mavic. I put some Loom cubes on. That's my truck. I put some Loom cubes on it and had it orbit.
Oh, no kidding. You delayed. Yeah.
So you can see that it went around and around and around while I took the picture, took another picture of the sky, took another 2 or 3 pictures of the tree behind it, picture of the headlights, the interior, and then the rims and tires. But having it orbit with the Loom cubes really lights up a vehicle really nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have seen that with it seems to be the latest crave, everybody lighting up rocks down in Arizona and whatnot. But that
Too
was
much work for me.
did orbit. Yeah. I love light. I like the light paint, so that was one I had to give a try to.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you. Of course, I turned the front tires the wrong direction, so what you see is black tires.
Look fine. Yeah, it looked fine.
But yeah, those Loom cubes
Nice
just
truck.
snap right on, and
Oh, yeah, on the arms.
yep,
Yep.
and you just point them downward, and yeah.
I have
love-
the older ones that, not Loom cubes, but lights that you can stick on with Velcro and stuff, and it's not good. But the Enterprise has that nice big headlight.
Oh yeah, the so with the Enterprise, you got 2,400 lumens with this, and then
And
if you
there's a
strap on a
slider.
lume cube, 2 lume cubes, you're at almost 7,000 lumens.
Yeah. I didn't even know, I'm playing around with those lights. You can go into the settings and there's actually a slider where you can go from like 0% up to 100% of the light. So you can change the intensity of those lights in the menu.
Oh, I haven't experienced that one
Yes.
yet.
So it's probably set. It starts at 50%. So you might have only been seeing 50% of them lights, how bright they are.
All right, good to know.
I didn't know that. I was messing around with my smart controller because I fly with a smart controller on that and the Mavic 2s.
Uh-huh.
And I was playing with the settings and I went in there and I'm like, holy crap. So I slid the bar up and it's like night and day from 50% to 100%. It's amazing.
I don't have.
Is that the lume cubes?
I'm not
John,
using
or-
a
Oh,
smart
no,
controller.
the lights that are actually on the.
Oh yeah, he's okay. So
Enterprise.
Paul's got the same lume cubes I have. I
I
don't have the
bought
smart
it. I
controller.
bought
have
it a
this.
year ago and never have used it.
Oh,
Try 'em.
really?
They're a lot of fun.
You could send them to me. Let me see how they are. Maybe I'll buy those from you instead of buying them off eBay.
He says he hasn't used them, but now we know it's flying over Colorado.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
I could really get in trouble with those.
Never used it.
That's what you say. Oh, we got another person. The wife's here.
Johnson Ibass, I can't tell without looking the car over and listening to it. By a picture, I can't tell. Oh my God.
It's a Val.
Hey guys,
Hello.
Brett Joe.
Hey, let's go through the drive-through, Val. Let's have fun.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's time.
Coffee.
How are you, Dylan?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking.
I just got off work. 4 days off coming.
Woohoo!
So
Now, if
happy.
we had 2 more, it would literally be like the Brady Bunch.
It would be the
Sam-
Brady Bunch.
Yeah, we could all be looking down at each other. And
Wow.
all right, so it's hi Sam, and then hi Canadian Drone Hub, and then hi Paul.
Hi, Val.
Hey, Roger, how you doing?
Not bad, not bad.
End
God,
of my
these
coffee.
cars gotta get out of my way.
Hey, did you tell Val about your police thing, Roger?
It's
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We talked on the phone today.
nothing like $130 steak. I love it.
Ouch.
Well, the ticket's $78, but with the steak included and everything, it comes with about $130.
I didn't hear this story, Roger.
Oh, he got a ticket.
I got my first ticket in 30 years. My first speeding ticket. Because I was going to buy some steaks. Yeah.
Roger.
He was just so excited to get the steaks. He just had to get there,
Was that on the freeway or in the city?
City.
So down here we've got what's called the 85th percentile. They're required to do road surveys to check the average speed of vehicles in reality, not what the speed limit says. And if they haven't done one within 3 years, you can fight the ticket.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not gonna fight the ticket.
That's in California, I take it.
That's
I don't
gotta-
know where it's limited to, but I know that it's either 85th or 86th percentile, and I know it is law. I don't know if it's strictly California or not, but you can use it to
I
fight.
think,
Around here, they can give you a ticket if you're 2 miles over the speed limit.
yeah.
well, we can do that here too, but
Oh, and they do here. It's
They gotta calibrate them though,
Yes,
periodically.
originally, the
Yeah,
ticket
that's another one you can go after is check the calibration of the LiDAR or the radar.
Yeah.
my ticket was supposed to be $240 something. He put it down to $78 on one demerit point.
He liked Roger.
Demerit.
Who does
Yeah, we got the
Roger? Everybody loves Roger.
So we've also got this thing called consistent chain of visual pursuit. But also when you when you're taking your driver's test, what do they ask you the first things you do when you before you pull out into traffic? Make sure your mirrors are correct. Make sure your seatbelt is on. Check that your seat is in the proper position. Now, I ask you, how can you do all of that while maintaining a consistent chain of visual pursuit? Because if hypothetically speaking, I'm driving that white Chevy, how many white Chevys have they made?
Dylan, are you an attorney?
No, but I
You
love
read
to
a lot.
argue.
Yeah, you read a lot.
You seriously sound like attorneys that I get cross-examined by.
Oh, well, I have been in court, unfortunately, a couple of times for things I didn't do, and I have successfully won. So
Whole
Yeah.
story with me.
Hey,
good.
Val, how far are we from the drive-through?
I'm not going to the drive-thru because I'm going to go grab something to eat. So I'm going into a restaurant. And I'm
Ooh.
not taking you with me, Paul.
You're not.
But-
You're not
But
being.
Ma,
Hey,
we
Val.
want to go to Starbucks, Ma. We want to go to Starbucks.
Let me out of the trunk. I need to get out of the trunk.
That's what they do when I drive up to drive-through coffee. They start screaming, "Mommy, let me out of the trunk. I'll be good."
Mommy, feed me.
I promise.
Gosh. Yeah, I was gonna go on with you guys. I think it was last night. By the time I got off and started heading home, you guys were already off.
That happened.
Right through the coffee too, and I was gonna go. I know Paul will enjoy this. I'll go
Oh
ahead
yeah, yeah.
on. But
Just
no,
not enough snow out there yet.
there's no snow out here right now.
What are you waiting for, John?
It's senseless to me to start plowing my parking lot if there's only 3 inches of snow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, Corey Mano, how you doing?
I can't see
What's up,
that,
Corey?
so I'll just say, "Hey, Corey."
So don't forget tomorrow night, everybody. Val's gonna be on live stream. Tomorrow
7
night,
o'clock.
Excuse me.
7 o'clock. After
And then at 9 o'clock between 8:30 and 9, we're going to have game night. Come back on and we'll be doing Velocitron Sim.
That was
Are you
that
gonna
was
be playing
game
with
night.
us?
You
That
wanna
was
play Bunko?
game night, not gay night, right, Val?
Yeah, you're not out here in Cowboy,
Paul,
San Francisco.
I accept you however,
Right?
I accept you any way you come, honey.
Hey,
Watch how you word that.
Yeah.
Watch how
especially
you
out
word
here.
that.
Oh my God, I forgot I had the naughty monkeys on.
I'm with you, Val. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we've got Pride
I
Parade.
think
stuff
I'm the
coming
only
soon.
one that didn't scream anything when you pulled up to the drive-through.
I know. You're
Yeah.
not a
Oh,
naughty.
listen to John.
yeah,
Listen to
John,
John
listen,
trying to.
the little
What
choir
about-
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love John. Yeah,
John
so we'll be playing Velocitron tomorrow night around between 8:30 and 9. It depends on if there are a lot of people in going, let's start, then I'll go out and come back in and we'll do game night. So I can't wait.
And
We're
Val is
keeping
on,
Paul up. He needs some Starbucks.
and Val is on Monday night also.
Yes, Monday and Tuesday.
well, none of us are going to go to your live unless you go to Starbucks drive-through tonight. So
God,
Need a little
could you
pick me up.
imagine? Because I'm getting a fajita, but I'm keto, so no flour tortillas or anything like that. But I'm getting a fajita. I'm going to tell them, you make this right and put it on my plate. I haven't eaten today. I'm so hungry.
It's gonna be a fajita wrapped in lettuce, right?
Just a fajita. Just put the meat and the onions down on my plate. I'm hungry.
I had a
Mr.
bacon
Dutchy
burger
Dutch.
today wrapped in lettuce.
Hey, go through the drive-through, Val, and get a couple of great big donuts, will you?
Oh my
Yum.
God.
Mr. Dutchy Dutch, how you doing?
How you doing, Mr.
How's it
Dutch?
going? It's still on so you can see me.
Oh.
That's better.
Yeah, I gotta do
Hey, there he is.
Like I
Hey,
said,
Mr.
one more. It's like the
Dutch.
Brady Bunch.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I have to go because I'm almost to the restaurant. I'm sorry, I'm gonna miss you, Mr. Dutchy Dutch. But I'll see you guys
next time.
later. Bye.
Say bye.
Bye,
Val.
Val.
Bye, Val.
Thanks, Val.
Johnson Ibas, yes it is. Martin Luther King Day on Monday. Yes it is.
Yeah.
How is everyone then?
You guys celebrate that up there,
Fantastic.
Roger?
No, we don't know. I'll be on Monday morning and Val will be on Monday night.
We're open because everyone else is off, so that brings a lot of customers in.
Okay. How you doing there, Mr. Dutchy Dutch? Hope you're doing good.
2 days off, so I'm loving it.
There you go.
There you go. Yep.
Got a load of woodwork to do. My tomorrow and Monday. I'm basically pulling up all my floorboards up in my bedroom to rewire some cat cables underneath the floor. And I'm going to put another desk behind me because I'm getting another new computer.
There you go.
Where are you?
Dang.
Where are you
I'm in
located?
the UK.
You
He's
are.
in the
Yeah, I
UK.
thought
It's what time is it over there?
It's
2.
2:30 in the morning.
2.
Wow. You need
Half
some
past
coffee.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Dutch, in case you don't know, Dylan, Mr. Dutch is a big gamer.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello there.
What do you play?
Mostly horrors,
Oh,
like all platforms like Tomb Raider, Resident Evil, GTA.
do any WoW?
You
World of Warcraft.
won't catch Fortnite on my channel, no way. That's rubbish.
Not that he has an opinion, John. What?
I can't stand that rubbish. Anyone plays that rubbish? No, I can't stand it.
This is as close as I get to video games because I've had fingers put back on, so I can't. I can't use all those buttons on the backside because I can't make a fist.
Okay.
Had a little accident.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to prove my love for my wife, but I wasn't about to take my ear. No, I'm kidding. You know how they say don't put your hand down a garbage disposal? No, I'm kidding there too. I looked one way and I put my hand right into a saw blade.
Ouch.
Oh.
Yep. I paid the price. Hence, I want to get out of construction.
Ah, yes.
But I can still play this video game all day long.
Perfect. That's all you need.
Pincher?
Mhm.
Well, you need to play this
Am
video
I a
game.
pincher? Yes, I'm a pincher. Absolutely. Just like a crab.
I fly both ways. It depends on what I'm doing.
There you go.
If I'm just cruising around, I'm just pushing the sticks. If I'm doing something delicate, I'm pinching.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ken Herring gets all pissed off if you're not pinching, but me,
Yeah, he
I
can
totally
whatever.
agree. Depends on what you're doing.
Yeah. He can pinch all he wants.
I actually went one step further and stuck my ID on my transmitters too.
Perfect.
So,
But then, go ahead.
who's planning on flying there pretty soon? I know Mr. Dutch doesn't fly, but is anybody going to be flying this week?
Oh, I'll be flying a whole bunch this week if I have my way.
I might tomorrow.
Yeah.
If it gets anywhere close to 30 degrees out, I'll fly.
You guys got it cold over there. It's only -1 over here.
Only.
Here we hit -35 this week here, Dutchy Dutch.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Celsius?
Yeah.
Minus 35 Fahrenheit, wasn't it, Roger?
Well, when you get to -35 Celsius, it's like -35
It
Celsius.
doesn't, I mean,
Yeah, because -40,
Best.
-40 Fahrenheit and -40 Celsius are the same.
Yeah, they're the same thing.
Oh,
You don't want to pee outdoors.
Stone Age up where you're on it. It's a Stone Age where you are. It's bloody cold.
Oh, Roger, you've seen that gal that does where she throws the hot water up in the air
Oh, yeah.
out in the extreme cold. Roger does that by unzipping his pants, and he does.
This is a family show.
Yep, Val's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole family can try it. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
God.
Yeah,
One
so,
of the nice. Go ahead. One of the nice things about the Enterprise is heated batteries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Granted, they
I
cost an
use-
extra $100.
I use those in my Mavic 2 also.
Yeah, I depending on what I'm flying, but at $259 a pop, I can only have so many of these.
Oh my God.
But they last longer in the Mavic 2 than the regular Mavic 2 batteries. I don't know if
Really?
you noticed that.
They have more capacity in them. I haven't actually looked
I
that
didn't
up.
see that. You know, they just seem to last about 3 to 5 minutes longer.
Wow.
And they're
30
about the
days.
same age as the ones I have. So for my Mavic 2 and the Enterprise, they're close to the same age and charges on them. So I was surprised on that.
So
Right.
I'm seeing 3850 milliamp hours on the heated
Yep.
and 3850 on the non-heated.
Yep. and they just seem, try it next time, just
Yeah.
in your videos, you'll see the percentage. It's like, hey, what's going on?
Huh.
They just seem to last longer.
So do you guys do anything about acclimating your drones before and after flights when it's cold outside? I've heard some people say that after a flight, if you're not careful, you get condensation buildup on the inside from changing the temperature too quickly.
So what I do is I keep the batteries warm, but not the drone.
Okay, but do you bring it into your garage and then into your house?
Oh, I did that once. The whole drone turned wet. As soon as I came in from the winter weather like we're having now,
Mhm.
and if I walked into like my shop that has floor heat and it's humid in there, I came walking in with the case and it instantly
Ooh.
warmed. Yeah, so you got to be careful about that. If you have a humid house, like in the wintertime here, we usually run humidifiers in the house because of the different heats.
Okay.
It gets real dry in the winter. And yeah, you have to really be careful about that.
That's why I asked. 'Cause I'd only heard rumor. We're 50 degrees here, 38, 35. That's cold for us.
Yeah. You don't get it so much at 35, but when it's like 20 out and dry,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go into your house that's humid and warm, like my house is probably 68 degrees and it's warm, and it's humid in here. Because when I walk outside and come back in, my glasses fog right up.
Here,
You had that problem, Paul?
Here at 30 degrees and no wind, it's almost like t-shirt weather.
Yeah.
No, I haven't experienced anything like that.
Yeah.
I do it, especially at my shop, because my shop gets real humid because of the floor heat and all the water coming off cars and it goes into the air. I have big fans to ventilate it out too, because it'll get where the water's actually dripping down the inside of the garage doors.
It's raining inside.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I don't even think about.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird.
Because 9 out of 10 times I'm walking into my shop to keep them warm because I didn't want to leave it in my car after I flew it, and it's, 22 degrees outside or something. So I bring them in sometimes and I'll bring the whole car in and let it warm up slowly inside because I actually have that advantage. I can do that because the shop's so big. But just walking into the house, sometimes I'll leave it in the sealed case because my cases are waterproof.
Yeah, I have hard cases.
And I leave it in the case. The case gets all moist on the outside, but when that dries on the outside, it's safe to open it up on the inside.
Ding, 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 ding.
There, I was going like that. Ding,
Moist. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't say moist, right?
Ding, 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 ding.
So I learned something new this week. I went out to try and live stream from my drone, and my Mavic 2 Pro transmitter is getting it along in its years, so to speak. What I did was I actually plugged into my Crystal Sky into this port in here.
Yeah.
And then off this port here, I ran a battery charger, USB plug-in style battery charger.
Hey, Quicksilver. Did that work?
Yes, it did work. You can charge your transmitter while flying.
Yeah.
Use this to tether to your phone or your Crystal Sky. Plug this into. In my case, I got this off eBay. Let's see if I can disconnect everything here. I'll drop a bunch of stuff. I got this on eBay. I can charge
inverter.
4 batteries at the same time, and it has 2 amp USB ports. So basically, if you run your transmitter off one of these and plug your batteries in as soon as you land, you can continuously fly. Just keep going. And with the Crystal Sky having an 8-hour battery life and having 3 batteries, I can fly for indefinitely. I did not know that until this week that yes, you can
because
charge off that port.
Yeah.
Mine did. I'm here to tell you mine did. Crystal Sky here, charger there, it did work. And it went from 95% to 100 real quick. And it stayed at 100 the whole time.
I got to drop out. I got to jump out. It's already 9:40 almost.
Okay, John.
Nice meeting you,
John.
John. Cheers.
Yep.
Take care,
How late are you going to stay on? Because I won't be out too long. I mean, I might be out for an
I don't
hour
know.
or
It
two.
depends on how many people I got on here, John. It depends all the people.
What do you got in here now? I
All
can't.
comes down to the
Got
bank.
20 right now.
Got 19.
20. Woohoo.
Everybody, don't forget to hit that like button. Mr.
Yeah,
Dutch,
smash that like.
when's your next live stream, Mr. Dutch?
Yeah, I've been so busy doing loads of overtime at work lately. I just need to get down to it, to be honest with you. It's all about earning the money. Money.
That's it.
Hey,
You know?
John,
Yeah.
Hey, I
before
know
you
that.
go, don't get too moist out there. Okay?
Yeah,
That's
I
funny.
know what you mean by that there, Mr. Dutch. Like when I pick up money, it's to buy mainly new equipment for my computer and all that. So, and I just finished picking up money for a brand new TV, and I had to bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back tomorrow morning, if the roads are nice. I
On the bed.
gotta bring it back tomorrow morning. I must stay on till 1 a.m. You must stay on
Hey,
till
John.
1 a.m. Michael Penny.
Come on, bed.
Have a good night, John. Good to see you.
Bed.
The people have spoken.
I just got to pick my dog up on the bed. 1 minute.
Unfortunately, guys, I gotta follow and leave too. So
Sam,
Sam.
you take care, buddy.
yeah,
I'm
you
just,
too. I'll see you
I'm
guys
just
in the morning.
texting everybody out here in the.
We'll see you in the morning, Sam.
Yep, I'll be here, guys.
Okay, no
Bye,
problem.
Sam.
All right.
All right,
good to
Sam.
meet you, Dylan. Take care.
Bye,
Take
John.
care.
Don't forget 9:30.
Take it
tomorrow.
easy.
All right, everybody.
I
Bye-bye.
go on at 9. Goodbye, John.
Bye. Have
I
a
go
good
on
night.
at 9:30 every
Stay
morning.
dry, not moist.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. All right. See you later.
All right.
On the
Bye-bye.
weekends, I start at 9:30 in the mornings now instead of 9 o'clock on the weekends.
On the weekends.
What time is it over where you guys are then?
Pardon?
What time is it over where you guys are?
It's 9:39 p.m.
6:40.
and we're
Jesus Christ, man.
6:40.
8:40.
Your day's not even over yet. My day's gone.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're talking to us from the future because you're tomorrow.
Flying, we're flying it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. It's crazy.
You're 6
How
hours ahead
time's
of-
just different, isn't it?
I think you're 5 or 6 hours ahead of us. 9:40, 2:40. Yeah.
I can't tell you if anything's changed because then nothing has.
So when are you supposed to be getting your equipment in? You're at your desk and all that.
I'm gonna go to the shop tomorrow and hire a van out, chuck it all in the van, and just start sawing and building. I bought myself a electric DeWitt drill yesterday,
Okay.
and a few drill bits and the pieces I need really. The jigsaw, yeah, I'll have that done in probably about 2 hours, easy.
Wouldn't it have been easier just to buy a desk?
Yeah. I
Go
could
to
have done
IKEA.
that. I could have done that. It's just that from the way that I want it,
Yeah.
you pay out more money. So I can pay out less by making it. So when you've got an idea in your head up there and you know exactly how you want it,
Yeah.
you go to the shop, you're trying to explain it to the man. He's looking at you like you got two heads or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
I know what
So
you mean.
he doesn't understand what you're trying to say to him.
I know what you mean. And so for your computer, what kind of computer are you deciding to get now?
I've seen a few computers on the internet. I saw one on we got a computer shop over in the UK called PC World. They want 500 more than what I've seen it for.
Okay.
So basically, they want 1,000,
Yeah.
and I've seen it for 500. And it's the same specifications and better.
Okay.
And you get a monitor and a keyboard and a mouse with it. But in the computer shop, all they're selling you is the tower.
Okay.
I mean, that's no good to me.
Don't they, if you bring that paper there to them showing the price of their place, when they match that price?
Yeah, but I'm going to buy the computer on Amazon.
Okay.
They can
It's,
deliver it via drone.
sorry?
They can deliver it via drone.
Get it delivered.
Yeah. I never had a go at one of those things, to be honest, but I'll probably crash it.
No, yeah, but he's asking if you're gonna get it delivered by the drone by Amazon.
Oh, we don't have that thing yet.
No, That's what they want to do down in the States. Start.
Yeah. But see, the thing is that I think that thing's a bit dangerous because
Oh yeah.
all these hackers out there would hack into it. It's Wi-Fi, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
Everything is hackable.
Yeah, everything. You're right, but I mean, I prefer a person coming round, so you can't hack him, and then just drop it off.
Yeah. Hey, Johnson Bass, thank you so much, my friend. Have a good night. You be safe now.
There's this new company in London where they're gonna basically they're trying to trial out and get rid of all the delivery people, and they're gonna have it running through tubes underneath the ground in the whole of the UK, and it gets to your house in like, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours.
Okay.
That's quick.
Yeah.
But I still don't trust all this technology. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's not safe. Even this right now, been on YouTube. I mean, this is risky stuff, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
So your IP address is out there and everything. I don't want to bore you with all that rubbish.
I don't know how they're going to do drone deliveries in apartment buildings, though. I think they're just going to drop it off the center, and you have to go and pick it up, or you get it delivered like by truck, or
Yeah, I can't see that thing lasting for long because a lot of the kids nowadays, the younger generation, excuse my language, but they're brats.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they'll get slingshots and shoot it in trucks, anything, just to knock it down.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think it's going to work.
And it's in there watching too many Jetson programs.
Was that the voice of God?
It's
Kim?
alive. It's alive.
The voice of Furball Kim.
It's all crazy. It's all hell.
So
sounds a little salty.
Yeah.
I asked him, is he going to buy the PlayStation 5 then this year?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm buying it next year. I'm going to buy it next year.
Price on it, though. You see the price on them?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
My opinion, the government can go themselves.
I'm going to buy my PlayStation 5 next year.
Saigon just arrived at JFK.
Okay. Hey, Saigon. Okay, I'm just reading the chat. Michael Banny says, hi, Kim.
Hi, Michael.
Kim's here in the background planning on something. I don't know.
He's making cornbread.
Yum.
She would.
A little bit of real corn and some bacon in there, please. Bacon bits. They're like the fairy dust of food.
This is the kind of cornbread he makes. This is out of the box.
Oh, the Jiffy stuff. Num.
Corn muffin mix.
Yeah. Bacon and butter make everything better.
One of the people in here sent him a case of Jiffy.
Yeah. Jiffy corn muffin mix. Yeah.
The UPS driver came to the door and held it out gingerly to Roger, and Roger thought it was just a box. Just about knocked Roger over. It was so heavy.
Hey, Rad Girl, how you doing?
Hey, Rad Girl.
Let's see what time it is. 9:47. Got what?
You got some nice people in there. I was just reading the chat myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go here pretty soon. I got painted some doors, and my client's texting asking when I'm gonna rehang the doors.
Okay. You starting to catch a cold there, Robert?
Got a pistachio stuck.
Oh, okay.
You need to have a cocktail with it.
Oh, no cocktails tonight. It's been a long day.
Yeah. Well, everybody, Seeing it's 9:48, I might just close down then, and we'll be back tomorrow morning.
All right, Roger.
Give everybody a good rest.
Yep.
You done there, Roger? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pardon?
And Mr. Dutchy Dutch, you can get some shut eye.
Yeah, you can sleep. He works at nighttime. Usually. Okay, everybody in the chat, I'm going to say good night. We'll see you all tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m.
Good night, all. It's been a
Good
pleasure
night,
being on.
everybody.
Thanks for allowing me on the
Pleasure
channel
knowing
tonight.
you.
I think
Nice to meet you, Dylan.
Nice to meet you
Nice
too.
to
I
meet
hope
you,
you're
Roger,
on again.
Hello, Dutchy.
Michael Banny, I think Mana's working night shift. Why he's working a lot lately. Yeah. Oh no, Michael Banny. Yeah, Michael Banny wanted me to stay on longer, but I'm sorry, guy.
All good things must come to an end.
I do 2 live streams a day on Saturdays, and I'm a little bit tired.
You have
Okay.
a nice evening, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody in the chat. We'll see you all tomorrow morning at 9:30. Have a good night.
Good night. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Take it easy.